So the Basement Benchwarmers podcast back. We are outdoors again tonight. The weather has changed in Wisconsin again to nice. Nice. So tonight we're going to go over a lot of things. We'll talk a lot of NBA free agency happened in the last 24 hours to 36 hours. Also, we'll talk about the good, bad, and the ugly. We always do. A lot of birthdays. We got birthdays today, Willie?
Hell yeah, we got birthdays. What's going on?
He's
like seven months of birthdays.
Actually, Willie was here last week, but he just fell asleep.
Outside.
So anyway, let's start the show we do every week. Let's start it out with, how was your weekend, Ed? How was your week?
It was pretty good. Been really busy this weekend. I've worked every day, too. But I even worked this morning. What is it, Sunday? Yeah, I worked a couple hours this morning, but...
well, you're a pastor, you're a church, right?
Yeah, at my church. The Church of Painting.
Yeah, you're busy taking
the Church of Earl Scheib. No, we went to a Cubs game on Friday, right?
Yeah, all day.
Yeah, all day. That was fun.
It was very fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. I even enjoyed Timmy today. That day. It's weird. No, I took the train down.
Yeah, I wasn't very cranky at all.
Just think about that times like 4 when we go to the Kansas City Chiefs game.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, with barbecue.
With barbecue.
Well, we did have barbecue.
Yeah.
We had those briskets.
Oh yeah, those were pretty solid. What was the place called?
The Crow.
Old
The
Crow.
Old Crow. Yeah.
Yeah, the
surprisingly good for being on Wrigley on the street there before a game. You think, yeah, it was legit.
Those little sliders look good. I didn't have one.
I tried a little bite.
You
He
had
said it was
one.
awesome.
One,
Yeah. And Glenn said they were awesome
Top
too.
notch.
So, yeah.
It looked legit.
Right. So sorry. Cubs game. Yeah. Anything else?
I don't remember. Been a lot of stuff going on in the news.
Yeah.
You see that? There's been like fires.
In
Canada, but we get them here somehow. I got like lung poisoning and cancer and shit from all that. I don't know what's going on. Couldn't even go out of the house last week. I sucked fumes all day and I'm like gagging outside.
Walking around with your paint mask on all the time.
It wasn't the outside.
I was like, bring COVID back.
He was gagging on the inside.
This thing sucks. Bring back COVID.
At least we're gonna see COVID.
Yeah.
At least it was so sunny out. We had COVID.
Yeah, what the hell?
At least you tell
Yeah, it
people
felt like it was COVID with all the people with masks on the train.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, that's Chicago. It's different in the city. I'm not used to being in the big city.
Well, you gotta remember, they had the worst air in the world on Thursday, I believe.
Chicago did?
Chicago had the worst.
Because of the fires.
Yeah,
Plus
absolutely.
the air pollution they always have.
Down
Yeah,
there,
plus
down the
plus
end
the
there.
bum urine.
Plus they had the back smoke coming out of Gary,
Yes. It's
Plus all the
a little
NASCAR's revving up.
Yeah, no, that's
People getting electrocuted at the start.
Yeah, you sure about that? Guy died today.
What?
Yeah, guy got
A
electrocuted.
contractor.
Setting up the road course.
So
Bubba Wallace.
They tell you not to put your finger in the socket.
Yeah,
Right?
I know.
Bubba Wallace threw out the first pitch of the Cubs game.
Yeah.
He actually got it there on a fly too. It wasn't,
Better than the first dude.
Yeah, the first dude was a joke.
He almost went behind them.
Yeah.
He threw it like a girl with left-handed. It was bad.
Huh?
Willie,
What?
how was your weekend?
Weekend? Oh,
Or a
yeah,
week.
pretty good.
Since
Yeah,
we saw you 2 weeks.
It's been a couple of weeks here. I haven't done a whole hell of a lot.
How was rehab?
Rehab was great.
See Ja there?
He needed-
pew pew.
Jobbers.
Not
yellow-
Jobber.
Job.
Job Moran. Both are in rehab though.
Jobber, yeah. I was going to say.
Rather be Ja.
His orange jumpsuits, he's going to cut them into shorts now.
I wonder if they're a lot like the shorts we saw Friday.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, I went up to Door County last weekend for the first time in a long time. And
Did you work?
I did work. I was a slider boy. I made lots of sliders. Sliders.
Yeah, I met one of those slider boys at the steam baths
Is
one
there spitting
time.
on this? Is there spit on this?
Slider boy.
And every slider came with 2 gray hairs.
It looks a little sparse.
That doesn't look like beard hair.
People kept. Well, you know what? They said this is awesome. I can floss.
It's as thick as horse hair. It's as thick as horse hair.
So where would you guys do a wedding then?
No, we did the Door County Wine Fest.
Oh, nice.
And it was at where Max Walton's, the golf course up there,
Okay.
where they used to have a restaurant up there, and a lot of drunk women up
I
there.
bet.
And then the band started. Then you see a lot of drunk women dancing.
To a drunk man.
A couple.
Seen any falling down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we didn't see many drunks
No.
Friday.
No.
Kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing many at all.
No.
There's been a later game. People got pre-gamed and.
Yeah, it got, actually, right at the end, we stayed, what did we say, about 2 hours after the game at least, maybe 3? And we went across the street and drank, and we came back past the stadium to go to the train. It was starting to get a little shady in that neighborhood. There were some cars pulling up, and we're like, I'm glad we're getting on the train and getting out of here. Looked like there was going to be some trouble.
Did you take the train all the way to Waukegan?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It seemed like a longer trip on the way back, did it not?
Yeah,
a lot more
tires.
stops.
It took forever.
Yeah.
Going down, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, trip back.
The whole thing is once we got to the Metro and we met those people, it was fun conversation with them and stuff. So
yeah, and it just kept going. And then we got to Ravinia, and it's like, man, we're almost back, and it was still just just dragging though. Yeah, they were nice people.
Yeah, they were.
We told them about the podcast, so if we see 3 people show up, we know who it is.
All right. So if we get 29 followers, we'll be good.
I got one little kid supposed to be following us.
A little kid?
Little kid.
Whoa.
Took the white van up the door, Tommy.
No, he saw my sweatshirt. He goes, "Is that you trying to shoot a soccer ball?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah."
Kid, what's your point?
If you've seen this show, you'd understand.
You want the candy or not?
And
let's cut the middleman on. There was no puppies.
By the way, the kid had the sweetest mullet I've seen in a while.
No, not as good as Kenny Powers.
Oh, Kenny Powers walking by the bar the other day?
Yeah.
That was money.
That was.
Yes. I think I was in the bathroom with Kenny Powers.
Oh, yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, he did.
And then Willie was like, and Logan needs another pair of underwear.
Bradley was with you?
How was your week?
My week was awesome. Like, Cub game with you guys was a ton of fun. Golf miserably yesterday. League was terrible, so I'm like probably the worst I've been playing in the last 3 years. So my golf game is not very good right now.
Still golf.
Yeah, still
Still
golf.
better than work.
Thinking too much, aren't you?
Pretty much. So golfing.
If you
Yeah.
don't see a deer, it's better than working, right?
Oh, yeah. I can sit in a tree all day and not see anything rather than working.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of cranes, scared the shit out of Walters when we were coming up. One of the on the back 9 on 13, driving up, and crane just walked out of the woods. Scared the shit out of it. It was
Dude,
awesome.
they're like the size of a deer.
Yeah, they are. I thought it was a turkey at first because how big it was. Man, those fuckers are tall.
Yeah, they're up there.
Yeah, they are. And then golf at Nipper Sink on Tuesday for the 4th, so that'll be fun for this week, and yeah, good weekend.
Right. My week was a lot of the same. Cub game Friday, Cub game Saturday for me.
How long were you there, Scott?
Got there at 4 o'clock. Got home at 1 o'clock. Because of the rain delay yesterday, so...
So you spent the last, out of the last 48 hours, probably 43 in Chicago, outside of Wrigley?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you broke yet?
Yeah. Well, last
two beers, that's all you had.
We were in club seats, so we got free stuff, so it was cool.
Nice.
But it was nice. You sat in that 1914 club, you got to sit the whole time during rain delay.
Oh, yeah?
So I was going to have barely any drinks. I drank 12 or 10 vodka Sprites.
Nice.
Because I wasn't driving. Jace drove, so I was like, girl, come over, you want another one?
Yeah.
Might as well. I'm not going nowhere.
Happy birthday, Jace. Your dad's having a great time.
Daddy loves you.
I felt good.
Daddy loves you.
I could taste the booze. They might not have been that strong, though, because they ate there. But food is decent. I mean, it was the basic stuff. It's a cool atmosphere. If you do it once a year, it's something to do. I mean, it costs a few bucks, but I mean, instead of buying 2-3 games, might as well do that once. And the night day like that was perfect. Now, if we had a group of guys down there, yeah, we probably wouldn't hammer because we'd have just been all strength. But
what's that club at the Brewers that's real good like that, where you got the bars and everything up there, and you can just eat all day? And
not the one with the white sign, right? White and
300
is it not the 300? It's on the
I
side.
think it's Club
Harvey Wallbanger
69.
Club?
One of them, yeah. I mean, I've been up there once or twice. You know,
if it's not drinking, it's probably Club Gorman Thomas.
Club just
The cocaine club is called Paul Mount.
Paul Molitor's club. Just like
They do it lines off the table.
yeah, there's just the toilet backs on there. You know,
Right.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a nice
it.
place to
Where the
cut it.
toilets? We don't need those.
just see the tops of the toilets.
So you know what you didn't tell us, Ed? You made us a drink. What is it?
I brought.
What's our straw with? What's our straw with the drink?
Okay, we'll start with this.
This is more water, right?
Yeah, it's yours. The Brazilian lemonade. This was handed to me as I walked out the door in a purse. So,
Toast.
see if it kills
Cheers,
any of your
cheers.
friends.
So the official second start of summer.
And they said, you know, my wife said, see if it kills any of your friends. And I was like, well, no, I'm going to the podcast.
Good. Limey. Little bit of
What's the white?
Don't ask.
It's a key lime
Cream, you said.
key lime
that's
rum cream.
Okay.
It's that Bay Chair blue rum.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes, it's refreshing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I
It's the
could
first I've
I
tasted.
could drink the crap out of this.
I know you can. You can drink the crap out of Malort, though. So we saw the Malort guy.
And Hennessy too.
Where were we at? I think it was at the Old Crow too. A Malort guy came as we were going out. He
That
coming-
was Country Club.
at the country club. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So-
Anything interesting happened this week in sports, or good and bad and ugly, or what?
Yeah, let's start with that tonight. Let's start with good, bad, ugly, like we always do. So let's start with who wants to start tonight.
I started last week.
Okay, so Tim, you can start. You pick where you want to start.
All right, we'll start with the good. For me was Ricky Fowler won today at the Rocket Mortgage. First time in 1,610 days that Ricky Fowler won a tournament.
When was the last time you won a tournament? Because that was mine too.
1,610 days ago, almost
Well,
3
what
years.
day was that? It was 2019 Waste Management Open.
Okay.
I was gonna guess.
Super Bowl 2019.
I was gonna guess 69, but yeah, okay, go ahead.
Right. So I'm glad I took Willie's good. 'cause-
That was my good too, but
Was it?
yeah, I got it. So I got it.
So,
I don't. That's it. That's all I
yeah.
got.
So, and his reaction
Oh
to
my
winning
God.
was pretty sweet. Like, just took a deep breath and
Yeah.
looked like he was like supremely relieved.
He looks great in that orange shirt and orange
Oklahoma
hat.
State Orange, yeah.
Yeah, he looks really good in that.
Yeah, so it's good to see. You know, Ricky, I think, is like one of the probably most well-liked players in the tour, and it's good to see a good redemption story in sports as well.
I like his putter too. You see that putter?
Yeah,
Did you hear the story about it?
yeah, cut it down.
Yeah.
We talked about this on the show a couple weeks ago.
Did we?
Yeah, you weren't here.
Was I here?
You could have been.
I
You probably
could have been
drank too
here.
much lemonade.
Ed's over serving me.
There's still a little bit left.
I hate being kind.
What's
So
your
yeah,
good,
that's my good.
what's your good, Willie?
This guy named Ricky Fowler with a porn stash.
Does he really have a porn stash?
Yeah, he's got a porn stash.
That's not no Magnum PI stash.
It's a porn stash, dude.
Oh God.
Willie would know what a porn stash is.
He's
You
got.
just talked about Magna PI.
That's a porn stash.
You know who originally was going to play Indiana Jones?
Tom Selleck?
Well, you just gave away the whole answer. In the,
I know.
Right. Gee, I don't know who.
Well, Ed, I don't know how much Brazilian lemonade you had.
I don't know.
I was
Keep drinking
gonna
these
say-
things, we're gonna end up doing Brazilian waxes on each other.
this stuff's good.
What?
I might have had like a liquid lunch earlier. So
All right, I got two goods then, because I'll do one for Willie then.
Why?
Otani in June he's
Oh,
been
oh,
fucking
yeah, that's
killing it. Like I think it was 25 home runs, like 28 or 38 or 40 RBIs.
yeah, he is
And he won a couple games pitching. He's,
right. It's historic.
I mean, if he stays anywhere healthy for the next month or so, he's locked MVP again.
So do you think he's 7-3 with like a 2.56 ERA?
Yeah.
Do you think he's Cy Young MVP winner?
When we talked about this before the year, I picked him to win the Cy Young and the MVP. I don't know if he's going to win the Cy Young. He's going to really have to pick it up. He's
Yeah.
probably about the fifth best pitcher right now in the AL. He's still, he's still right up there.
Right. Do you
He
think
strikes out a ton of batters.
do you think that he'll get more MVP votes because of his pitching ability?
Oh, for sure.
All right.
But his hitting's right. He's probably, other than Acuna, I mean, I don't know who else you could argue is hitting better than Otani right now.
Who's the second baseman for Miami that's hit?
Reyes, yeah, but he's not putting up like 25
Well, I'd
home runs.
argue who's the AL?
Matt Olson.
The other guy in the AL I thought was, but not at the level of Otani. It's hard. to
Jordan
mention.
Alvarez was, and he got injured.
Alvarez, yeah.
His
Alvarez
numbers
was-
were crazy.
Alvarez was
He's
just as
still
good.
Alvarez is
I-
still like the fifth ranked guy for RBIs in the
I
league.
think a lot about him getting both awards, which is very possible, obviously. But a lot of it's going to hinge if they make the playoffs.
Right.
If they don't make the playoffs, I think it changes how they look at him in both spots, and they just give
Well,
him one again. That's what's bad.
They at
about
least
it.
have to make a run at it.
Yeah.
If
If they end up missing him one game out or a half game and playing a final, up the final week, they're there. Yes,
Right.
I agree. I think that's a huge.
But they can't be 20 games under 500 again like the last couple of years.
No, you'll never have a Dawson again.
No.
You don't
Never
think so?
again. Never.
No.
Never.
It would have to be outrageous numbers. His numbers were
Well,
outrageous.
if the dude hits like
And here's the
70
thing:
over-
usually
Yeah, it'd
in
have to be
Major
that.
League Baseball, if a guy's like that, and besides, I guess there's few exceptions like Trout stuff. They haven't gone anywhere.
Right.
But even Trout's probably been held back by that.
Right.
He's come on second a bunch of times. If he was on the Yankees, he probably had 4 MVPs.
Right.
Right?
Oh, at least.
Yeah. He's won one?
In a
Has
couple,
he won one?
Yeah.
I think he's won 2, hasn't he?
But he was second like 4 times or something.
And he lost once to a triple crown winner, which hasn't happened in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
And he barely lost that one, so yeah.
What, Miggy?
Yeah. I mean, so anyways, my other good, Otani's just been ridiculous, but my other good is, I watched today, Bernhard Langer.
Yeah, won the senior.
And he broke Hale Irwin's 46 championship record.
Yeah.
So now he's got the most championships of anybody. And also that whole story I watched yesterday and today. Yesterday, Jerry Kelly and Steve Stricker playing together, 2 childhood friends.
Yep.
I mean, they were tearing it up, too. They did great yesterday. Today, they had a couple of errors real early, and Langer was
couldn't
amazing.
recover. Yeah,
Langer almost got a hole in one. It was like a half an inch.
Yeah. Didn't Stricker win like Wisconsin amateur at that course?
Yeah, and beat Jerry Kelly.
Yeah.
39 years ago.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's some good stories. Right
Yeah, there was great story. And when I turned it on today, I was like, I think Jerry Kelly's going to do it this time. He keeps finishing second in all these. You got the big Langer story, you got the big Stricker story. Jerry Kelly's going to... No?
Yeah.
Langer...
Langer held on.
Oh, he
Yeah.
looked
Because he had
really
a
good.
2-stroke lead, so did he just...
Oh,
Oh, he
he
was up by 6.
Yeah, he was up by
Oh, was
6.
he? Okay.
By like the 7th hole.
Yeah.
He had like 3 birdies right off the bat.
Yeah, he was.
That crafty
That course was tough.
Yeah, it was.
There's only, I think it finished 8 people with 1 under or lower. Everybody else was... At one point, I think there was only 3 people under par.
Right.
We'd feel at home in that place. Everybody under par.
Yeah, it was-
Par.
I'd probably shoot 200 in that course.
I thought about you're watching those seniors play like that.
On the
Nice.
front nine. On the front nine.
Can you imagine, these guys going down, they'll say like, the villages in Florida and just pulling out their clubs and going out and nobody knows who they
Right.
are. And you're like, 65-year-old guy's just killing us,
Yeah.
Hitting
Hitting from the red tees because they're seniors.
Well, Langer, one of the holes, I want to say is it 9 or 13? I can't remember. I think it was 9. It's a par 5, except for this tournament, they made it a par 4. And he put it on the edge of the green in 2. This guy's 65 years old.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like those guys are all look like better shape than Dewey do. So I mean, Langer looks like he hasn't aged.
He's still got like a little ponytail hanging on the back of his hat,
I know. Looks like some German guy's like, oh, you want to come in my car? Go for a
Crop
ride?
Sprockets.
Yeah.
Do you want to touch my monkey?
The guy in Super Troopers in the Porsche. That's what he reminds me of.
Do you like my wife?
You want to jump on my bed? Oh, who wants a mustache ride?
We're getting off the rails here.
Yeah.
Scott, keep us on.
Scott,
back
you're
on
good.
target.
My good are the Cubs. It was Ricky Fowler. But my good is the Cubs sending 2 pitchers to the All-Star game, Stroman and Steele. Also bringing Dansby Swanson along with them. I like Swanson. I believe it should have been Horner over Swanson personally.
Who?
Horner over Swanson personally. Yeah. I think it should have been. But I'm happy they all made it. That's awesome. Good for the pitching of the Cubs. Stroman had another tough outing yesterday. Not tough, but not a great outing. Let's not say tough. Just not great. It was 2-0, like maybe 3 when he left. He got knocked up for 3 runs because I think they earned one after.
He's like having like 2 really good, like I don't say great outings. Then he's having like an average outing, and then he's having a bad outing, and then it's like he hasn't strung together like a long string yet. But
he's
been good.
He started out really. He's a good pitcher, and came out. The Cubs aren't looking to extend him, so we'll see what happens the next few weeks here with him.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a good. Depends what happens. I mean, they've lost 5 out of 6 now, or 4 out of 5.
Where do they need to be to either sell or buy?
Well, I think if it gets away from them, they're like 7 or 8 under. I think they're going to sell. And right now they're close.
I think they're
real close. 7. I think they might be close.
They're 5. They're 5 back right now. They need to win. They need to win today to stay 5 back.
How many are they? How many 500 under 500 though?
Yeah.
I guess.
They're under 500,
but I'm looking at
right?
the big picture of this whole thing too. Here's what you have to look at as the Cubs.
Can they compete next year?
Yeah, or not even that. If you keep Stroman this year without getting anything for him, do you have a chance to win anything this year? And my answer is no to that. They're not good enough to win the whole thing this year. They're not. They might sink in the playoffs. They might surprise winning a series. But then if you start doing that, you steamroll and get lucky. But they're not as good as the Braves and teams like that. Not even close. I mean,
that Braves team's out of control.
Yeah. You're not going to beat the Braves unless you have
16. right?
Yeah,
The Braves.
and the Cubs before this last losing 4-5,
Before they went to London.
They had won. They won the first game in London. They had won like 12 out of like 16 games, or 15. They were playing really well.
Yeah.
You can't blame things like that, but
They don't have the arms to compete.
no, and you saw last
Especially
night
the bullpen.
they were swinging. They were free swinging. They weren't taking pitches. They weren't doing anything. Let this guy that a 90 with that must. I was wondering if he had a spot start because before the game it looked like he had a 9 ERA and a 3 ERA. That sounds like a guy that pitched like twice.
Right.
Doesn't sound like a guy that's pitched a lot. 7 innings, no shutout ball, 3 hits.
Who was it?
Bibby. He was a
Bibby or Bieber?
No, Bieber didn't pitch last night.
Really?
It wasn't Shane Bieber. It was just something Bibby or BB or something like that, and never heard of him. And he pitched well.
Well, they got so many guys on the DL, the Indians. So
Yeah, well, that's
they
the
do. I
worst
don't know.
part.
Gavin Williams got to be thrown. I would guess tomorrow then.
So that was my
It's
good.
all rookies.
Yeah. The Cubs are my good.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, the Cubs in that aspect of the players going to the All-Star game. It's cool. You see them. Where's the All-Star game this year?
I don't know. Probably back in Atlanta. They owe them.
I don't remember where it is this year. I wonder where it is.
Seattle?
I don't know. Going to be in Chicago in a couple years, I think.
Yeah.
Or is that the NBA All-Star is going to be in Milwaukee actually in 2 years?
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So are we going to that, or is that too expensive?
I'd love to go. I'd love to go to something.
I would love to make sure that we have to have bulletproof vests though when we go. Pew 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 pew.
Because John Moran will be back in the league by then. What's going on? Bad?
I forgot. What did you see? That's the name of the show tonight. Pew Pew Bang.
Pew pew. I was kind of hoping for
Fireworks.
the word of the day. Pew 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 pew.
Okay, so bad. Yeah.
My bad is Dame Lillard asking for a trade after the draft, after the Blazers gave Jeremy Grant a 5-year, $160 million deal, instead of just being upfront right at the draft or before free agency and say trade me, because I think it would have altered Portland's plans. Given that
Portland knew this could
They
happen.
had it.
They knew it could happen.
You don't think they didn't know?
I think they had an idea.
Right, they'd have to. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because you think they would really tie up Grant like that.
Right. I mean, the whole thing is
It goes both ways.
yeah. I don't think either side wanted to be the bad guy.
Right.
So, which is too bad because I don't think it would have hurt Dame's reputation in Portland if he would have came out and said.
I think the problem with this, the whole thing, is personally is that he does not want. He would not let him trade him for years. He don't want to leave there. I want to build something here.
Right.
Obviously, Portland didn't hold it in there, and
But now they're building.
But now all of a sudden, you just come out like you said. It should have been done end of last season. Walking the offseason. I think it's time for me to go.
Right.
Trade me on draft night, so you can do maybe get a top 5
Right,
pick
but
for
the whole
me
thing-
or
yeah.
a top 10 pick for me.
Right.
Which you could have.
So in my mind, there was nothing that Scoot Henderson could have brought to Portland to make them a top 3 team in the West.
Yeah.
West is loaded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he should have just said, if you get the 3rd pick and you guys take Scoot, trade me. So it would have helped them with the free agency. It would have, who knows? But I just think it was kind of shitty. There was rumors out there, Zion for the 3rd pick, and that was never really offered. But like I said, there was nothing out there that was going to make the team a top 3 team in the West. So should have just been upfront, honest, like before the draft, trade me then, and start to rebuild. So that's my bad.
All my good stuff.
Jesus.
Do we not? Is it not even on the website that Willie loses all his notes every time? It's right on the website.
Put the fucking bubbles down.
Oh, Willie, you're bad.
Yeah, it's that.
It was Bernhard Longer.
Bernhard Lager's hair. Oh, just kidding. I have nothing to talk about here, do I?
That was great.
Mine's gonna be ESPN layoffs. That was like.
They got rid of the wrong guys.
I wonder what. I think I texted you last night. Wonder what crappy morning show.
No, that was me.
Was it, did I text it to
You
you?
text me too.
Did you?
Yeah. All of you did. I didn't respond. So.
I don't give a shit.
Just kidding. What kind of crappy
even watch
morning
ESPN.
show we're gonna have? And I said, bring back Golick.
I did like Golick.
I like Golick. He was a good guy. But
I don't
Didn't
know.
Greenberg sell him out, kind of?
yeah,
He did sell him out.
he did come out back at the end there. Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Greenberg thought he was the star of the show, and he wasn't. In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
So some of the names were Van Gundy, Jalen Rose, Keyshawn Johnson, Max Kellerman, Susie Colbert, Chris Chelios, Matt Hasselbeck, Steve Young, Rob Ninkovich, Neil Everett, Ashley Brewer, June Lee, Alfonso Ellis, and Todd McShay.
McShay was a shocker.
Jordan Cornette, Jason Fitz, and David Pollock. Jason Fitz, I don't know if you knew about it. He used to be in a band, and he got a
Yeah.
He was with,
Pollock was a really good college football
It
analyst.
was great on Sunday.
He was
Saturday
from
game.
Georgia. He's a Georgia guy.
Yeah, Georgia quarterback. Yeah,
Linebacker.
linebacker.
Yeah.
He was
Jordan
really
Cornette was what, Notre Dame guy,
Right.
played basketball or something like that.
I think Susie Colbert was the biggest
That was the one I
surprise to me.
Yep, me too.
She was great on that.
Well, Steve Young too.
Steve Young and Kellerman, I thought, because Kellerman had like a morning show with Keyshawn Johnson.
Right.
Yeah, didn't he have a popular show too? It wasn't the Max Keller, or is that his own show?
He does this afternoon show. I can't remember. This just in,
Okay.
something like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's an ESPN based show.
Right.
Right.
But the funny thing was, didn't Pat McAfee sign like a huge
5-year, $85
$5
million.
million?
Right. And how does Stephen A. Smith stay on there? Like,
Well, someone said they got rid of Jalen Rose because
there was
the
a
girl that he works with,
Right.
Stephen A. Smith wanted her to himself. So just on his show only, and not 'cause then
and they were
Jacoby and Jalen or something like that.
Jalen
Right.
Jacoby, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Jalen
There was
Jacoby.
accusations with Jalen Rose and that girl too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right. So he was already kind of on thin ice, but that was all bullshit.
But it seems like it happens. This is what June 30th happened. So it's halfway through the year. We got to cut our losses where we are and go from there. So.
Right.
Probably good timing though, because before football season, baseball season's kind of just blah. It's in the middle.
Right.
Basketball's over.
Didn't Levy get let go too?
Steve Levy?
Yeah.
His name wasn't on.
His name was on the big list.
Oh no, never mind.
Neil Everett was, but Neil goes. I was ready
Neil
to
Everett
go.
retired.
Yeah, he retired because Dan Patrick had him on.
Unless he was told he was going to get let go, so he's like, I'm just going to retire.
He said no. He said this. He doesn't want
Be part
this
of
to
all
be the end of his career.
Right.
So he got out of there before. I think he probably saw the writing on the wall, and because they don't like those teams. ESPN does, Overman and Dan Patrick. That was some of the best.
Right.
But one guy, I don't know about you guys. I pretty much watch. I like to watch the baseball highlights right now, and I like to watch the top 10 plays at the end of the show. Other than that, I'm muting the rest of it because I don't care about what these guys are saying half the time.
I like. I'm trying to think of her name on the 5 o'clock. I'll think of it, but she's really good because she's funny. But yeah, there isn't really anyone that I need to watch. Other than part of the interruption is like the only show that I'll watch religiously one at a time. So
Yeah. To be honest, I don't really care.
yeah.
Because, you know what? Half the film list don't need to do the job. They just do it to do something.
Right.
They'll have to land on their feet because they're good enough what they do.
Oh,
so.
People that you worry about, the people that do need the job, the 9 to 5.
Yeah, and all those guys, those people.
They'll have podcasts.
They don't.
Yeah.
I saw people writing stuff. like, on
Podcasts
social
are the
media.
future.
Yeah, on social media, like, oh my God, what are they doing? Blah blah. I wonder, when 25 people get laid off where you work, does Subi Coppola care about that, or does
Well, I'm sure they
Young
got
care? Do we?
good packages too.
Yeah. I mean, they're not.
Right.
So I mean, and they'll find jobs.
Right.
Cobra will get on it.
Well, I'll go to the Atlantic with
Well,
Simons.
Well, you know what?
Simmons.
Amazon started up last year. They can replace and get new people on Amazon now on Thursday night broadcast. They could bring in.
Yeah, get rid of Herb Street.
Yeah. Well, I like Herb Street, but yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's plenty of places to go with it branching out the way it is.
And this all comes down from Disney, their parent company.
Yeah.
And NFL Network could hire them too.
Right.
Disney's getting killed right now.
Yeah.
I mean, amongst other things, their movies ain't doing good.
Well,
I'm guessing the
they
park's
keep
still.
changing. But when's the last original show they got?
I know, and everything they do, all they do is take an old thing and make it more woke.
Elements is basically that one about feelings.
Yeah.
About what?
Remember?
Feelings?
Well, wasn't there that?
Oh yeah,
the
that
cartoon
one
about
movie.
feelings.
Yeah, that was okay. But,
Yeah,
like,
but so Elements is the same thing, just different.
I just saw something, and I can't remember what it was. Something like their last 3 movies have combined to lose almost $1 billion or something. It's something
that,
crazy.
Yeah, the Little Mermaid. I mean.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, what they did is took all the old stuff, made it woke, or just rehashed it more modern type stuff, and it's all crap now. If everybody wants to see new stuff. That's why Pixar did so good, you know.
Yeah, porn you can only do so much with, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like porn. They come up with new stuff.
Well,
you
you know
now
why?
there's tentacles.
You know
and
why
stuff.
they keep remaking these movies, so they keep the rights to them.
Yeah,
30-year rule.
exactly.
Right. That's why there's another Indiana Jones.
Top Gun.
Right. Top
They're
Gun.
talking about doing another Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
They're talking about it, I guess. They're bringing out, what's the other movie they have?
White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
But there was another 2 movies I saw that were going to bring back the original people with.
Slapshot?
No.
Hey, Slapshot is on Netflix right now. Just watch it.
You know, there was this guy back in Toledo. He used to get penalties, and he would go in the penalty box. He was a chronic masturbator.
That's my bad right there. Ed, it's my bad. Thank you. So, Ed, what is your bad besides that?
Ryan Mallett dying.
Oh, yeah.
Drowned.
Not a good swimmer, huh?
They don't know. I mean, they thought it was riptides, but there was no riptides in the area, and something
Maybe
just
look it
happened.
up.
He drowned.
Right. High school football coach. Good guy.
Yeah, I think he left behind with 3 kids.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
That's my bad.
My bad is doing that a minute ago.
We know.
No, my bad is also the Cubs. They're losing 5 out of 6.
Yeah, there you go.
After last week, they were my good.
Yeah.
So they've stabbed me in the heart as I thought they would.
Make up your mind.
I know. I knew. I said that too.
Right.
I think I said that on the show. I'm gonna make them my good, and you watch. They're gonna go down.
Yeah.
They're gonna slump.
You should. There's the Locked On podcast, the Locked On Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are out of Gray's Lake. Dude, they're hilarious. It's like they take every loss personally. It's like suicide watch sometimes with these guys. Like, especially when they lose bad games. Like I can't wait to listen to them. They're like my second listen in the morning, and I'm almost in tears sometimes because like he went on a rant. Like, what is Ross doing with the pitching staff? Oh, it's great. So, good listen. I did send you the GM Shuffle with Lombardi. I sent you a picture of it.
Okay.
Yeah, check that out. It's pretty good for another podcast.
Okay.
So they talk about football, but they do like leadership stuff. So they bring in people from other sports to have like one of the cricket guys, like how they built a team. Like,
Okay.
Lombardi's really into team building and stuff, so it's really, you would really like that. Cool. So check it out.
I just thought of this. If ESPN cut all these personalities, are they looking for some cheap opportunity like the? I don't know. I know some guys on some podcasts.
Hey, we work for beer.
Yeah.
I work for tickets.
Yeah. Pay us at Bud Light, we'll be fine.
Yeah. And ESPN would love our witty banter and race and our racism.
Hour.
Right. Hour.
You're ugly.
Right. My ugly is
and me masturbating over here.
Yeah, my ugly is
Guy, hold on, they're in their offices. Oh my god, they work for free though. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. I like him. I like him.
Still not as bad as Stephen A.
right. Hey, they're sending us
I've
free
seen
Bud
him
Light.
masturbate.
Yeah. Ugly.
My ugly are the Chicago Bulls. So what the fuck are the Bulls doing? What is their plan? Bringing back Vucevic for 3 years, $60 million. They signed Javon Carter for 3 years, $60 million. They could have got DiVincenzo. He signed for 4 years and $50, and then re-signing Colby White for 3 years, $40 million. Teams like they're in purgatory. They're just good enough to make the playoffs, but not bad enough to get high draft picks. So they're in this crazy cycle of just mediocrity. So it seems like this, like, I mean, really, like losing Ball really screwed them up. So I mean, in my mind, they should just blow it up, get rid of Levine, get some picks, get rid of DeRozan, get some picks, and just build over. You know, take a lumps for the next 3 years and try out everyone they can. So
I saw some nice video of Ball's fits in Tahiti.
yeah.
His fits. That's his clothes.
Oh, is that with that girl?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
She's-
Lonzo?
I don't know which one. I thought
Or
it was
LaMelo.
Lonzo.
That was LaMelo.
LaMelo.
Oh, that was LaMelo. My
LaMelo's
fault.
got the.
That girl's pretty though. Neck tattoo.
Yeah. Tattoo. That's chest.
That's chest. Yeah, that's what I meant.
So yeah, to me the Bulls are just treading water for. They're terrible.
For
So,
next best draft pick next year.
Yeah.
First one.
so
Is there another Wembiana?
no, next year's draft class is supposed to be terrible. So we'll see you.
Yeah, Bronny.
All right, you're
Next
ugly.
Ugly.
Next.
There's more if you want the rest of it, Timmy. And there's more liquor here.
Liquor dick.
Willie, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. Hey,
Ugly,
let's
yeah.
go. So I'm going to go back with the ESPN just the only reason because
Dead
Jalen
horse.
Rose was scheduled to appear on the Mike Greenberg led, Get Up. Talking, he was supposed to be on Get Up that morning, Friday morning, and it starts at 8:00. And Rose did not make the appearance because
You got fired.
he was getting fired, but they blamed it on audio issues for the analyst's absence. That's why he wasn't there. They couldn't get to it
Okay.
because of the audio. We never have audio.
Did they do the old, we don't have time for Matt Damon.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
the old
right.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, Jimmy
The old Jimmy
Kimmel.
Kimmel there. But yeah, I mean, come on, just be honest with people, or maybe Walt Disney needed to make let people know that they weren't going to be there. They didn't get their text in time or their.
I think it's just a problem in society now. I have it at work like 3 times a day where people just lie straight to your face, and you know they're lying to them. And the media is no different, or politicians, and I think it's just like almost like accepted now, and it's ridiculous.
Are your employees lying to you, or your
No,
people
you work for,
that
general
hired-
contractors, they'll lie
GCs,
right to
yeah.
your face.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this place is done. How come it's not finished?
Yeah, exactly.
And
I'm gonna be in that tomorrow, so yeah.
we almost thought we had to put Ed in a timeout because he was having a fit.
Oh yeah, I was yelling at
Did you
people
did
already.
you have to hold him and get him on the train?
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you-
no,
you
we had to
set
hold
his
him and
lap
just
to
rub
hold
his
him?
back, be like, everything's gonna be okay.
And
And
once,
it wasn't.
once he burped, he was
I still had to work Saturday and Sunday, which made no sense because we're already done with what they thought was going to take 6 weeks in 1.5 days.
Is that your ugly?
Oh, somebody ugly. What are we on now?
It could be your ugly, though, right?
Is it ugly? My turn?
Yeah,
Is it?
buddy.
You're done? Oh, yeah, you did.
My ugly? The riots in France. Most people haven't even seen them yet, but it's
yeah.
been going on for 5 or 6 days
Yep.
now.
The cheese?
It's over the cheese. Oh mon dieu!
Is it over the champagne of beer, like the Miller High Life?
That's what it is. They're still complaining about
Pissed off about
the
this.
champagne of beer.
There's frogs, they get
Ratatouille
upset.
running around.
No, what are they writing about?
So they're writing an illegal immigrant, or whatever they call them there, un immigrant, was shot by cops. So same type of thing we have here. He's an African immigrant, was shot by cops. He had 15 prior felony arrests, 5 for assaulting police officers. He attacked the cops with a car. They shot him.
Dead?
So they've been rioting. Oh yeah. Then they've been rioting and looting today. Well, which would have been. So this morning we woke up. It was overnight for us. It was daytime there. They broke into the mayor's house, ran a car through the gates, slammed into his house, and attacked his wife and kids. He was somewhere else.
Wow.
He didn't take his wife and his kids with him?
No, they weren't even protected. They said there was no guards at their house because he was in City Hall. Which,
with his mistress.
anytime you kill a politician, I'm pretty much for it usually, but I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, that's
terrible.
Chasing his wife and kids, and they both had to go to the hospital or whatever. So, yeah, it's a mess there right now. And I've never been to France. Have you guys?
No.
My wife has. She liked it. But
Next thing you know, they're going to tear down the Eiffel Tower.
I've had Grey Poupon. It's terrible, too.
You don't like Rick?
No,
You don't like the white wine in your mustard?
the commercials were great, though.
yeah, they were good.
Is that the... Oh. That was my bad. Riots in France.
No, ugly.
Or ugly, yeah.
Could
You're
be
right.
ugly, bad. Could be ugly. My ugly is Tim Anderson. Thought he had his first home run the last 2 nights ago. Thought it was a grand slam. Let's review it. It's not a home run. It was foul.
Oh, really? Was it?
Tim Anderson still has 0 on the board.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
Javi Baez has more home runs than he does. Hey, Javi hit a grand slam. I think today.
Nice. Yeah. Good hobby. So yeah, that was my ugly. Tim Anderson. Kind of feeling like he's struggling, having a tough year.
No, you
I don't
talk
think
shit
he likes-
about your team,
I
that's
don't
what
think he likes
happens.
where it's at. I don't think he
Yeah.
likes anything going on. He's definitely getting traded. I cannot see him staying there. There's no way. Tim Anderson cannot stay with the White Sox.
We get traded at the deadline?
Yeah, he's got to. There's no way.
Where would he go?
It doesn't matter. He'll go anywhere. He'll go to. Right now, the way Tim Anderson feels about that club, I have a feeling he would go to the worst team on base. He'd go to Oakland. He wouldn't care.
Oakland.
I have a funny feeling because I think it goes deeper than Tim Anderson.
Oakland wouldn't take him.
I think the organizations ran terrible. I think
He's probably too good for Oakland.
with the ownership getting in the way. Reinsdorf gets in the way.
Kenny Williams
No.
has got to
We'll,
go.
we'll give him to you. No, we don't want him. No.
But he'll go to contender. He'll go to a team that's got a chance to make the playoffs. easily. He'll be a team. He'll go.
I mean, Atlanta.
The Brewers should kick the tires on him. Screw it.
The Brewers should.
They
won't.
They get him for nothing.
They won't, though.
No, they won't, but they should. That'd be a great pickup
Put
for
him
him.
in second.
Yeah. Why not? He can,
Yeah, I mean,
if he gets going, he'd be their best hitter. If he gets played like he did last year, he'd be their best hitter. Not even close.
They ran Bryce Turang out there the last few days as
Yeah,
their
he played
second.
today.
Did they play again?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's hitting nothing.
He got thrown out at second. They scored 2 runs though, so I understand why he was going.
So
Yeah, he's struggling too. I mean, every guy they bring up. I mean, Weimer struggled. I mean, who's the other guy? Was it Mitchell? Garrett Mitchell.
Yeah.
He struggled. All their guys have struggled. All their young guys.
So let's talk about. That was all good and good and bad and ugly, correct?
Yeah.
I got one more if you want it.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is pretty funny. Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust, based in the United Kingdom, suggested language in 2020, but it just went viral on Twitter, that they suggest, instead of calling vaginas, calling them bonus holes,
I thought
so
that
they
was the
wouldn't
other one.
offend people. That's a charity site, so
That one.
they say you should use the correct language when referring to someone's gender identity by calling it a bonus hole.
All right.
Because I don't have one, so it must be a bonus hole.
We
I was like,
do,
well,
but
I keep my bonus hole at home, and she's cooking right now.
you got the same hole, but
So you just say stop being a bonus hole?
That's great. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like,
Man, what a bonus hole.
Right. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, let's ride this wave. That's
I like the bonus hole. Yeah, they were bad mouthing him on Twitter, and I'm like, that's actually, yeah, like you guys said, it's pretty good.
Right. I got a good, and I have another good too. Is a new nickname for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now that Derrick Rose signed there, Guns N' Roses. John Morant,
Ooh,
Derrick Rose.
I like it.
Is Derrick Rose the new Jack Haley?
Might be.
yeah, the
That
handler.
can actually
the
play.
handler.
That can actually
Well,
play.
He should. Yeah.
That can be a
He
six
should
man
have
for you.
signed with Houston though, because they need all the adults they can get.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it's a good signing. I like Derrick Rose.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's still got a lot of tank to help you out.
Yeah.
That's a good enough team with John Morant
Right.
on the team. Derrick
2
Rose.
years ago, he had a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about the NBA free agency. It started out. What did it start on Thursday or Friday?
Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
A lot of things happened. We could probably just. You want to talk about what you saw, and I could throw out some things I see here, pickups and all that. The big thing is probably the biggest thing on the list. Obviously, Kyrie Irving, 3 years, 126, staying with the Mavericks.
Bidding against no one.
Yeah, so they basically gave anything.
Right.
Middleton, 3 years, 102, stay with the Bucks.
Overpay.
Also, Fred VanVleet, 3 years, 103 to go to the 130. I'm sorry, to play with the Rockets. And then you have Draymond Green, 4 years, $100 million. And then you talk about Jeremiah Grant, Lopez sticking in Chicago, 2 years for $48 million, which was a pretty decent, was a bargain, I guess, if you talk bargains and players. He is 35 years old, which, I mean, still think his lackluster defense in the playoffs last year, not defending the rim at his size, was a reason for him not to be back. And I disagree with him coming back totally. I don't think it was a smart move at all by them. But we can talk about anything there. Any other ones you guys heard? I mean, obviously, Kyle Kuzma stays with the, we'll call them the Bullets.
Wizards, the Wiz.
Is it the Wizards?
Yeah. I want to know how many shots him and Jordan Poole are going to put up for the Wizards next year.
Ooh, nice.
We should do. Oh, that'd be a great parlay bet. Like how many shots over and under combined for those two?
62,000.
Right.
Austin Reeves, 4 years, $56 million.
That's a good deal for him.
Yeah, Russell, 2 years, 37. D'Angelo Russell stay at the Lakers.
I don't like that.
I do like Russell's game, but yeah.
Yeah, but they signed Vincent, so why bring him back?
Yeah. Westbrook, 2 years, $8 million. For $8 million, the Bucks should have said, "Let's go."
Right.
Yeah, why couldn't they give him like almost twice that amount just to come to Milwaukee?
I thought Dylan Brooks was a guy that got underrated by people. I know people don't like him,
Right.
but I think the way he plays defense and the way he does things, I think if he just 4 years, $80 million Rockets got him. I think for 4 years, $80 million, I would have took him over Brook Lopez. I know it's a different guy.
Yeah, but he's a top defender though.
Yeah,
isn't
he could be that new.
Lopez,
Everyone wants to bring back PJ Tucker, and I'm like, yeah, he had a great year that year, but they didn't win because
PJ Tucker's like 60.
Yeah, and and all
Yeah,
that.
he's like our age. I think we went to high school with him.
I think so.
Max Strus, 4 years, 63.
Yeah, how about the undrafted free agents getting like
Cavaliers, yeah.
what $227 million?
Yeah.
between Vincent, Struess, and Van Vliet.
Yeah, Vincent got 33.
What do you think about Van Vliet? Would you have rather had him than Middleton?
Yes. Yes.
But only paying a few bucks more.
Yeah, I would.
Different players though, like.
But I would have.
But I mean, you get the. Okay, we've already. So Lopez and Middleton are coming back. The Bucks didn't sign in. Oh, and Crowder.
Did he trade Holiday? Why? I mean, because you've got Holiday and Van Vliet. They're both basically the same player.
I think you could play. I think you could play Van Vliet at the 2 though, and get away with it. Because Holiday is more of a point guard, but Van Vliet is, but he isn't. Van Vliet likes to score a ton, where that would help. I mean, you don't have. Yeah, I don't know.
So the Bucks are essentially just running it right back with the same team again.
Pretty much.
So their thing was, they went into the office at the end of the year, after the first round loss.
Overreacted.
And they're like, well, Budenholzer's the problem. We can win with these same guys 1 year older and without, because they lost Carter and who else?
Javon Carter and they lost
Ingles.
Yeah,
Joe Ingles, yeah.
Which
So
I
we
don't
don't
understand that.
We don't need Carter and Ingles. We can run the same team back that got their ass handed to them in the first round by Miami.
With Crowder though, playing the full year.
And Crowder didn't, yeah. And all we need is a little bit different coaching.
I still think something happened between him and Budenholzer. And I think Budenholzer said, I think, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it, but there is a problem when you're not giving it. I mean, it's time to win, and maybe Crowder was just bitching about not playing.
Probably.
If he was, I mean, he did this the year before. I mean, for Budenholzer, I always defend the guy. I always have.
Right.
But the year before, when they were playing against Boston. And he kept throwing George Hill out there against the Celtics when he got knocked out. And Javon Carter sat on the bench the whole series.
Right.
What with Javon Carter? Someone said, "Well, he sometimes takes 2 bad shots, and he's." I go, "Is he better defending than George Hill?" Well, yeah. I go,
That's all that matters.
okay, have him say guard that guy and don't fucking shoot, stupid, or I'll pull you out. That's all you do.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. You go guard this guy, shut him down, and don't make. But they didn't do that. Every year you can see this. It goes back to my guy, the guy I loved, the shooter from the Bulls that came. We talk about Mirotic. That happened too against the Toronto. I could pick this, and he just goes away, and it's something. If they make him mad, and I get it. I'm a big fan of the coach standing his ground, but man, now he's done it 2 or 3 times, and he. It's not like he didn't have nothing. Let's say you're in a baseball game. You're coaching out your manager,
right?
And you've used your whole bullpen in their 15th inning. You have nothing. You have nowhere else to go.
Right.
You're done.
Yeah.
He had other places to go and try, and he didn't try any of that.
Right.
That's the problem. I think he's got Dusty Baker syndrome.
Right.
I was just gonna say, you know what?
Dusty Baker syndrome is I don't trust young guys. I'm gonna go with the guys I trust.
When baseball teams get in the playoffs,
Tom Thibodeau's the same way.
Where they run a team the same way. It's all every game, like say the Brewers,
Right.
and they bring in the guy in the 7th, and they brought in Williams in the 8th, they bring Hader in the 9th,
Right.
and they get to the playoffs, and they bring Hader
in the 3rd.
It's like, what the hell just happened?
Right.
It was
all of a sudden
0-0 game. We got to bring Hader in.
They like panic. We've seen it with the Cubs. We've seen it with the Brewers locally, and it's ridiculous. Like their assholes clutch up, and they go back. They make these crazy decisions.
Maybe the coaching change, which I haven't talked about this, and I did bring up last week. Coaching change, I don't mind who I hired, but the background with his possible domestic violence, I don't think he should be hired as an NBA coach personally. I mean, we have a guy that has got tendered, I believe. He's going to be back in the league this year. The kid from the Hornets. He's on here. I just got to find him. He has been tendered, I believe. If he signs a tender, he's going to be suspended for 10 games.
Right.
Okay. What is his name? I'm losing it here. What's the kid that got last year busted? The Hornets.
Mikal Bridges.
Bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bridges.
Mikal Bridges.
So Bridges got a contract
Bridges,
offer,
yeah.
and if he signs, he's gonna lose 10 games.
Yeah, but that whole situation is kind of fucked up anyway. So because he didn't sign a contract with anybody, so how is he suspended and then suspended for another 10 games?
Well, because I think they're still holding because
he's still in the NBA.
He got charged with it, and did he get?
He was charged, and then he pled guilty to a lesser charge.
Okay, so he pled. That's why he's getting 10 games.
Right.
But the problem I have with the whole thing is that
Did the Bucks tender him or the Hornets?
Hornets did.
Okay.
So Hornets, which I'd be fine with the Bucks doing. I'm not against it. But the thing about it is this is what bothers me with the whole situation is that you have a guy like, I know, I get it, okay, but we can use the same thing. This guy, he gets 10 games. Now I know John Morant's done it twice, but John Morant didn't hit nobody.
Didn't commit any crimes.
17-year-old kid.
Well, but that wasn't part. That's not part of what.
I'm just saying.
Not part of this.
We've all hit 17-year-old kids.
The NBA is just every league is like this.
Right.
If we see it, it's worse than us not seeing it.
Right.
Ray Rice, way worse seeing
Yep.
it. Yep. Seeing John Morant hold a gun,
Right.
way worse than hearing about him holding a gun.
Lighter.
If he could have shot a gun into a car, and I guarantee you wouldn't be this. If it wasn't on camera, it would be not as bad.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
It's about we saw it.
The only one that isn't is Kareem Hunt, where he kicks that girl right in the face.
When his buddy was trying to hold him back.
Right.
He did get 8 games,
But still.
But Ray Rice is never been back on the field. Although that was good. Ray Rice got her good, man. That was. But no, let's say if you would have connected in the girl's face and knocked her teeth out, what would have happened?
I don't know.
He would have been in prison probably, so it wouldn't have mattered.
No, I
That's
doubt
how
it. I doubt it.
She has something. To
She
show
wouldn't
for
have.
it.
She wouldn't have filed charges.
Right.
Which even in a domestic, it doesn't. It's not supposed to matter, but it does because they refuse to testify because they get $200,000.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know. I just think it's. I mean, like I said, if he's maybe he went through, he did miss a year bad. So he did miss a year.
Right.
So he basically got suspended for a year, so I take it away. He didn't play for a year.
Right.
Plus 10 games it'll be.
Right.
So I guess I don't look at the big picture of the whole thing, but once it was his own fault, his own doing too.
I'm kind of grateful for all these players, just the absolute lawlessness of these leagues.
Because it's been going on for years.
It gives us tons of stuff to talk about.
Right.
I mean,
and
and nothing happens. It's the same shit, like you said. It's been
such
going
good
on our
sports.
whole life.
Right.
I mean, Mickey Mantle's out there whoring it up and drunk, and
And
I doubt he was punching women in the
I
face.
don't know.
You never know.
You don't think Ty God punched a woman ever? I bet he did.
I'm sure he did.
Hey, don't badmouth Ty Cobb.
I bet
he
he
was
did.
racist. We don't know if he hit women.
I don't know. Back in the day, I bet those dudes had a lot of stuff that was
probably.
okay then.
Yeah.
Now,
Can you imagine?
it's not okay now if people still do it, but it's more.
Right.
You're not considered a god, and if you hear about it, nobody else hears about it.
Right.
Now, if you say one person writes it, it's heard by 10 million people in about 3 hours.
Right.
That's what's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
True or not.
John Morant
Right,
goes into
it's
a car
about
and pulls
true
a
or
gun
not.
out. And goes,
Yeah,
pew,
true
pew,
or
pew.
not. It's not like
True
it's
or
fact
not.
checked everything.
Right.
It goes out there. So I don't know. I just think so. Let's back to the NBA part of it. We'll go back to the Bucks in a little bit, and you talked about the Bulls. But let's talk about some other teams, what they did. Unfortunately, I think the Lakers did pretty well in this whole thing. I think they did good in getting guys back, refilling stock in the shelves.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be a team, but I still think, and it's going to sound crazy to say, but I think obviously you need him to be where you are. But I just think he's gonna hit that Kobe wall eventually, LeBron James. And the Kobe wall was when Kobe was great when he was 37. Got to 38, it wasn't that good.
No.
When you can't get out of bed in the morning.
And that Kobe wall doesn't happen. I don't care. Kobe Bryant was a freak of nature also. People forget. He worked out like no other person too. He did everything. He wasn't Jordan was, although Jordan did play, was 42 and scored 50 points in a game.
Right.
But Jordan was not like LeBron when he was 39.
Right.
But I'm just saying, or 38. So I think the Lakers are going to be set, but I think the West is just a whole different animal.
All those teams got stronger.
Yeah,
basically.
I think you look what the Golden State did by getting
Chris Paul and
Chris Paul. I think
Draymond back.
I think Chris Paul is a great fit for them because I think Jordan Poole, they don't need another shooter. I think they need a guy that's going to hit the shots when you need them, score 12 to 14 a game, and get you 8-9 assists.
Yeah, how many assists is he going to get if he's on the court a lot? I mean, with those guys,
he might average double digits, but I don't think he'll play enough to do it.
That's
he'll be like
for the
20,
year.
He'll be like 25 minutes. He'll run that second unit.
He'll be a 10-6 guy.
Yeah.
But you know what?
He might be like a 12-8 guy.
Okay, but you think about that. That's perfect.
Mm.
We get to the playoffs though, then you want him to be that 15-10 guy,
Right.
Yeah.
or even 10-10 guy. Who
Right.
cares about you? Don't the points. His points aren't going to win you games. That's the thing. It's going to be you need Curry and all those guys to be on Klay Thompson, and I think he's going to do that because he's just go with the ball.
Right.
He spreads the court really well,
Yeah.
and don't forget he's a decent shooter too. He's not
Yeah.
that little elbow shot he has is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna get to that elbow a lot and be able to kick at the corners.
Yeah.
You watch, it's gonna happen a lot this year.
Okay.
So I think they're a
He
team.
sees
Memphis,
the court as good
yeah.
as anybody in basketball for sure.
I think Memphis with John Morant when they can sell back. I think Memphis will be a team again.
Right.
I think Denver obviously they're gonna be as strong as they were.
Losing Brown is going to be pretty big.
Yeah,
but,
Brown was a huge loss.
But they got Christian Brown too that'll take some of those minutes, and they need another backup point guard. But the Lakers probably improved themselves the most out of the West.
Yeah.
Sacramento too, like bringing back. I mean, I know
Sabonis big deal, 5 for 217.
right,
I think
and they re-signed Barnes, which is continuity for those guys.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You know, those vets that can be the adult in the room.
Harrison Barnes like the Middleton signing, but it's not as much money.
Right.
That's
He's
the
a
problem.
solid player though.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And he's a guy that's respected in the locker room that like I said, brings that.
And he's fairly young, right?
I don't even think he's 30 yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he's 30.
Right.
I'm not sure.
But I don't have it. It's not on me because I think he was.
So, what do you look in the East? You still think of Boston?
Boston. If Miami trades for Dame, I mean Boston's
That
still
changes.
a team. Like I think the Porzingis acquisition is totally underrated because that's just going to change the dynamic of their team. We've got Williams, the Time Lord, is not as a good of an offensive player. Now you got Porzingis that can hit threes and rim protect. So I mean, Porzingis had a great year for a bad team last year. So we'll see what happens when he plays with better players and how.
But losing Smart though is going to be big, don't you?
And he's healthy for the first time in like 3 years as well.
Yeah, and he's got to stay healthy, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, I think Smart was a huge loss for them. Where does Smart end up? Memphis, or did he go New Orleans?
No, he went to Memphis.
So Memphis, I mean, that's their replacement of Brooks, and he's way better replacement of Brooks.
Yeah.
And I take Smart over Brooks, but I said I would take Brooks. So I think that's what helps Memphis too. It helped both teams a ton.
Right.
And I the only thing I like the trade is I don't think Porzingis is as tenacious a defender as Smart is, and I think the defense is why Boston was good.
Right.
I think their
But his
team
defense is different. He's not like.
Is he a guy that can guard you from 3-point line to rim? He
Right.
isn't. Where Smart was a guy that can defend you.
Right.
Defend you
Well, he
over
could
and
shut
over.
guys down.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, but they still have Derek White and
Yeah, Derek White.
That's a good team still.
Does Derek White? This one?
right. And Brogdon too. Don't forget to still have Brogdon once he has like elbow surgery and he's healthy.
Right, yeah, because Brogdon was supposed to go on that trade, but then the medical thing came
felt
back,
physical because of his elbow.
so they sent Smart instead.
Right.
They must have really wanted that big man,
Yeah. So
and figured, they could make do with what they have for the others' positions.
Right. I think the biggest loser in the whole free agency is James Harden.
Yeah, because he's still with
Philly.
but I mean, not a bad place to stay.
No.
But they're trying to trade him now.
They're going to trade him.
Yeah. Poor Joel Embiid. Like nobody wants to play with him.
Ben Simmons does.
Why wouldn't Lillard ask to go to 76ers?
I don't know. That'd be a good spot for him.
That'd be a
Who would
perfect.
they get?
You don't want Harden for him, obviously.
Right.
Portland doesn't want Harden.
Well, I mean, the rumor is right now if he goes to Philly, then Harden goes to the Clippers, and then Sixers and Clippers send a bunch of shit to Portland.
Any of these trades are going to be 3 teams.
Yeah, they said it's got to be 3 teams.
Yeah.
I would give him Middleton and Drew Holiday right now for Lillard.
Ooh, I like that one. It's a lot of money.
And
They ain't going
picks.
to take that in.
You'd have to send picks as well.
Yeah.
You know, I have picks.
They don't
this
have
round.
any.
Bucks lost them all. I mean, I think I love Drew Holiday, but I mean, that's Lillard's a different animal, and if obviously
He's a
he was
top
banged up
75.
last year, but I think to me that's Isaac Bruce syndrome sometimes.
Right.
Remember Isaac Bruce? He was always hurt. We talk about this. The Rams got good, and he was never hurt again.
Right.
Sometimes when you are on a team that you expect you're winning and you can play through some stuff you wouldn't play through normally when you're 20 games under 500 and you're not competing.
Like when Ronnie Lott cut his finger off.
Yes, Ryan Lott would not cut his finger off. He was playing for the Buccaneers of the 70s.
Or the
right?
Packers of the time.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, or even the Bears were okay then. So.
Yeah, Bears were good.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. That's a good example. I'd be like, no, I'm hurt.
Right.
I'm going to keep this old guy here.
This little guy sometimes goes around the corner for me.
It's my wife's favorite finger.
Hey, yeah.
See.
That's
yeah.
an old joke from Mancow. A man from Joliet comes home from work early one day. Honey, you're home already? Yeah. I cut off my finger. She's like, the whole finger? No, the one next to it.
That is a Mancow joke. How's your whole family?
So anyway, NBA. So
Tim just got it.
next year, we do believe the West will be the best. I think.
Absolutely.
I mean,
they're deep. Sacramento. Memphis.
I think the East is back to where they remember a few years ago. The East was better for a while.
Right.
And it's always been since I was young. It's been a long time.
Right.
The East was always the weaker place. Although they had the Bulls and the Knicks and the Pacers. After that,
And the Pistons.
It kind of went down. Well, when the Pistons, yeah. But after 3 or 4 teams, it was like, not very good after that. There was teams making the playoffs 8-9 games under 500 when there was 8 teams only. Right. So now the West is bringing back their dominance, and I think the playoffs were, you saw a lot of good play in the West. The East was decent. It was fine.
Oh, yeah, the Nets that barely squeaked in, and they got swept, and Philly shit the bed.
And then that's where a team that was brought up for him, he wants the Heat, but the Heat right now, I just read before we started the show that the Heat are for Lillard. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not even close. They're not even close.
Right. Yeah, because the Blazers want Caleb Martin, and the Heat are like, you're not getting him. He's off the table for that. That's the trade. So, which
Tyler took off his Twitter like Miami Heat under it. Now it just says Tyler Hero.
The basketball player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he might get traded or what. I mean, that's the rumor. But
send him the Milwaukee.
what teams do you think in like the West have a chance of not making the playoffs that were, like a top 4, top 5 team?
I think Sacramento was one. Here's the reason why. I think sometimes teams that get that play in a season sometimes can't read. Well, it's hard. You get 10 teams that are making it though. Because you consider it a playing game, so I take that back. It's not Sacramento.
Do you think the Suns? I mean, the Suns were a top.
Suns
Suns
are such a. They're so paper thin.
But you know what? I think they're good. They're gonna make the playoffs. There's no
but
doubt.
I mean,
there's no doubt.
Who's their coach now?
Oh, that's right. Their coach.
Frank Vogel.
Yeah.
People believe that. People believe they did great in free agency. People love what they did. They losing Paul. They ended up getting who they ended up getting. They ended up
Not Jordan Poole. Where'd he go?
Yeah, Jordan Poole.
No, Jordan Poole went to
Washington.
East.
He went to Washington.
Yeah, he
Well,
went
who
way
did-
up. Who did
Suns
they get
got
back in that
somebody.
trade? Yeah.
Suns got somebody that was a decent.
Oh, Beal.
Yeah, Beal. Bradley
Yeah,
Beal.
Bradley
It
Beal.
was
Oh,
Beal,
yeah,
yeah.
but I mean,
But still, that's
who plays point guard for them?
I think when people say that though, it makes me laugh because it's not like 25 years ago
Right.
where only one guy could dribble. Shaq wasn't bringing the ball up. You know what now?
Right.
Every center can bring the ball up.
Right.
Now
You still
very
need
very little. Maybe there's a handful of guys in the league that can't bring the ball up, but everybody. Well,
Right.
Middleton's one of the guys. Who
You
can't
still
bring
need
the
someone
ball.
to run the offense.
Wembanyama can.
Yeah, I
But
get
that's what I
it.
was just gonna say. Okay.
But when you run the right offense, if you run like some kind of motion or something like that, everybody's moving anyway. It doesn't matter.
Is San Antonio going to make the playoffs this year?
No.
Okay, I mean it's a tough. Like you said, the West is tough.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Minnesota that's borderline, Memphis. So you go. Denver's still number 1 until they
Memphis,
get
I think, makes it.
Oh yeah.
I think they're.
Yeah. So you got Denver, and I would say right now the Lakers are 2.
Yeah.
Sacramento, Phoenix.
Hold on. Lakers, 2?
Yeah. With all the,
You know there's going to be an injury. Come on. You realize that.
I'm talking right now.
All right.
Like,
Okay. Right
yeah,
now.
Right now.
I always say this: we can't do Eric's thinking.
Right.
Someone's gonna get hurt because that's why he picked them. The year he picked the Bucks, and when he picked them because he said that's where he hurt. They did, but they should have beat him. I mean, but they didn't. But I would. You can never. You don't go to.
Okay,
you don't go to the window to make a bet and go, "Oh, I'm gonna bet them because I think he's gonna get." That doesn't. I know what you're saying, but remember, they went to the finals this year, or they were one game, or they were a series from the finals, and they were the 7th seed. So I mean,
Right.
they played well. Once LeBron got the guys he wanted there, and actually he did a good job of doing that this year.
Right.
They made a good team. They real built that team in the last 30 games, and they were a way different team they were in the first 50 games.
You know
it was
what?
crazy.
I think you're wrong in this because I know I could bet the Mets and everybody's going to get injured on that pitching staff.
They did already.
I know that's right. I'm just
So let me
saying.
back up.
You know.
Golden State.
Yeah, I was going to say
Golden
Golden State.
State's 2. Lakers are 3.
Who's one?
Denver.
I don't think Denver is.
No.
I think Brown's going to be a big miss for them. I really do. I do.
Okay.
I think it changes the
I
way
don't
they are.
disagree with that.
I actually think that I think there's 2 ways to go for Memphis. They can be what they were. I think Memphis will be number 1 next year. I think Memphis will be the number 1 team.
Without
And
Morant for 40 games.
25, right?
25. And it was a perfect number.
Wait, he's not
'Cause
done
he
yet.
can't- he can't get any-
Pew Pew Bang.
You can't
I
get
think
any
he
post-game accolades.
Right.
Or post-season
I think
accolades.
We were coming back down.
And don't forget, New Orleans didn't make the playoffs last year,
Yeah.
and they come back healthy. They're
Well,
gonna
they
be-
got
And you know,
Zion.
and not to be, and people, I know we said that. I know
and
it.
his whole family.
But you know what? If he, yeah, his 18 wives and 6 kids, he should play in Utah.
Jesus.
right. And Utah's another team.
Yes.
You know, they improved themselves. They got John Collins.
I think the West. You're right. West is hard. I mean, we could argue Denver, but it wouldn't be. I can't argue with it. It would be a terrible. I mean, I think there's a chance they can step back to 2. I'm not saying they're going to be like 3, 4, 5, 6. You know?
I mean, where's Dallas in there?
I think Dallas is different next year because they're going to have a whole season. They're going to have a whole season. And I think Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah,
will
but
be
they're relying on 2 rookies to be part of that rotation, and I think
sometimes look at the Heat and all the guys they had that.
but those guys were in the system for 2 or 3 years. It's not like, you know, Vincent was a rookie, Strus was a rookie.
Dallas has got that guy that can put up 40 points every single game, though.
They got the poor man's
No,
Jokic.
that fat guy that just kind of
If
nobody
that guy
can
loses
stop.
20 pounds or 25 pounds, you think it'd be
Luca?
There are pictures circulating him. He's lost a ton of weight.
Is it?
He's probably gonna be ripped this year. You watch.
There's pictures from him. He was with somebody with like a tank top on, and not a maybe a white beater type shirt, tight shirt, and or like maybe an Under Armour shirt. And he looked like small. Like I was like, what the? He looked like tiny. So I don't know if.
And he was great.
And I was trying to look at it to see if it was fake or anything, but no, it looked pretty.
Yeah.
Had his arm around him, and it didn't look at his face. It looked like it was him.
I mean, at All-Star break, you would have said he was going to be MVP, no question, pretty much.
Right.
He was tearing it up. I think he was averaging like 34 or something a game.
Yeah, too much of that brisket.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he ended up with like third best.
Yeah, I mean, the West can really go with 10.
Yeah, he was right.
10,
because
11
Giannis
deep.
was second or third in numbers, and then
Right.
Yeah, so.
I mean, Dallas is another team that may be like in the same position they were last
Pew
year.
Pew Bang.
Right, playing for a playing spot because they're like a death. So
And is Christian Wood still there?
Yes,
Yeah, he's still there,
a free
right?
agent. He's unrestricted right now. That's a guy
Unrestricted?
the Bucks should go try to sign.
absolutely,
Yeah, I like.
I would have went after Christian Wood. I'd still go after him.
right.
I mean,
Probably get him for the vet men.
I'd go get him and put him on your team, and
Right.
he. I mean,
Once you sign him for 4 years, because Lopez only going to be there a year or
You're
two.
gonna see, and this
he'd
is
be a
the-
1 or 2 year deal.
This is the whole thing I wanted to bring up about how.
Oh, yeah, because
like,
the CBA
the
thing.
CBA,
Yeah,
like
that's
how
right,
unusual
you're right.
these deals were. You got a lot of these 2-year deals because of the floors. You got the first floor and the second floor. So it doesn't go in effect for another 2 years. So all these people are freaking out on these deals because, this guy got this. Well, in 2 years is when you have to worry about if you're first floor or second floor, and then that's when you get the sanctions. And there's going to be a new TV deal coming up in 24 and 25. So the salary cap's going to go up again. So you're going to see in 2 years, like, bigger deals. So that's why you're seeing a lot of these guys with 2-year deals with a player option for the second year or a team option for the second year. I think Van Vliet, Grant, there's only like 3 or 4 guys that got more than 2-year deals. So,
Yeah, the top 5 guys or 6 guys got it. Everybody else got 2-year deals.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Middleton got a 3.
Yeah,
Right.
3. A lot of guys got 3s. You had 3, 3, 3. Draymond Green with his 4, and you had Jeremiah Grant with his 5.
Yeah. But
Bunch
again,
of
because,
fours.
But that's a home
yeah.
team thing, isn't it? Grant
Right.
stayed with.
Yeah,
and he
and
might
then-
have. You could throw an option on that too. The 5th-year
right.
team or player option gets
Right.
tagged to that. Yeah.
And that's why the Green deal was so important because it saved them like $63 million from the tax bill.
Yeah.
So,
I did see some on here. I remember, and I forgot. I like the signing by the Celtics too. Oshie Brissett was a good sign, I thought, by them.
Who?
The guy from Indiana. He played small forward,
okay.
and I thought he was.
Indiana had a good free agent.
Yeah.
Free agency season,
I thought
too.
that was a good sign by Boston too.
Right. And they extended Halliburton.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about the?
Tyrese.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't get to see him play when we went there. He was
hurt.
he was
Yeah,
standing right next to
He
us.
sat by his friends. There's people he knew him though.
Yeah, the 2020 draft, those players got paid. Halliburton, Ball. There's one more.
Yeah, Ball got big money.
Right, the guy
5
from
for
Memphis.
260.
Yeah,
Yeah.
LaMelo.
yeah.
Is he
The guy
that
from
good?
Memphis.
Oh, LaMelo's a game.
Yeah.
Which one's the Bulls? Lonzo?
Lonzo.
Lonzo,
Okay,
yeah.
I keep.
LaMelo plays with the Hornets, correct?
Hornets, yeah.
And if they get Bridges back, and they also got the other kid,
Guy from Alabama.
yeah, what's his name? He's been there for a couple of years too.
Oh no.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Bridges, Ball, and another guy was a scorer. He might be a little older.
What
actually.
team?
The Hornets.
No, they've got the dude from Utah and the Celtics, pretty boy from
Hayward.
Hayward.
Not
Yeah.
him. But there's another guy. But anyway, I think they're going to be. They'll be decent too. That's an East.
Where's
team.
their
Right.
three
That might be
balls?
better this year with Ball coming back because Ball was hurt last year.
There's Lonzo, LaMelo,
And
and
Leangelo.
Arangelo, right? Or
No.
Lamangelo?
Leangelo, but he never played in the NBA, right?
Limoncello.
Yeah.
I think it's Limoncello.
He's the one that got arrested in China for stealing a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yep. And
So
Trump,
he was with the
and
Hornets
Trump
for a while.
saved his ass, even though Trump's the worst. Meanwhile, yeah, other things are happening in Russia.
Right.
Wagner.
So the East.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the East?
Yeah.
I think
You still got the Bucks, the Philly, and the Celtics who went.
I think Indiana's creeping up there for
Do
a
you?
top 14. Yeah. All the additions they made.
Miami.
Brown.
If they pick up Dame, that. But
Well,
they're
Miami's
not
still going to
going.
be a contender just because people
Right.
want to give him that courtesy.
Is Jimmy
Right.
Butler going to be able to do this every
But-
year though?
the-
Just put a team on his
He's
back
healthy.
and
But the problem is he didn't play a lot, and they made the playoffs because they got in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's got to play to get him in the playoffs. That's the problem. He can't hope to win playing games every year.
That's
which
what I'm
they-
saying.
Which they lost one of them, obviously. They
Right.
lost the playing
Washington.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they may be a team that can take a step back. Miami. if they don't get Lillard. If
Right.
they get Lillard, I think they go to the head of the class. I do.
Yeah,
I
they
really
lost
do.
a lot.
If they get Lillard, I think they go to the head of the class just because if we're going to play with Butler and him.
I think nah.
And you have the
They
big
lost Struess too, right?
Yeah.
Strus.
And
He's
Vincent.
good.
I think Vincent's going to be the one they're going to miss the most.
Yeah, he's like the Brown of their team.
Right.
Who's the big man they have that's plays pretty well?
Obadiah, isn't it Bam or?
Yeah, Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still
I can't
there.
see his name.
So him, Lillard, him, if Lillard and him and Jimmy
Obadiah.
Butler, I'm a fan of that. I am,
Obadiah?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the team that might take a step back is the Bucks. Actually, personally, I think they.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
They're like a Def 2 Warriors, man. Like
They have. Well, the problem is and it's still time. I mean, I don't know. I know they got Crowder now.
Grayson Allen.
Got Allen. They still have Connaughton.
Right.
They're still gonna have that might be it.
I mean, because
They got
what
Middleton.
Nawara's gone now.
Noir
and-
got traded.
Yep, he's gone.
I like the one guy
Ingles
they
is
drafted.
gone.
People loved who they drafted. The kid they
Guy
drafted.
from Kentucky.
Yes,
Yeah.
people
6'6"
loved him.
Guy,
He might not be a guy this year. He might be a guy that comes in like half year way through a year.
Right.
But he is a guy that possibly could.
Bucks have a G League team.
Yeah, up in
Oshkosh.
you can watch him in Oshkosh.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the name? You know.
The Herd.
Oh, the
The
Herd.
Yeah. And Peter,
Yeah.
we always talk about going up there. You could get seats, front row seats for like $10.
Yeah.
And
It's in Oshkosh. We saw 11 on the way home.
Glenn's daughter's a bartender up there,
Oh,
so
yeah,
she can hook
we
us
go
up
hang
and
out.
get us
We
drunk.
hang out at where she works. Yeah.
Make embarrassing.
And we can go to what's that place I always tell you?
Beach Sappers.
Garage or something.
No, the landing strip, but yeah.
That too.
What the hell is it?
The Beaver?
Pete's Garage. Best little steak, like steak sandwich.
You had me at steak.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. It's like some greasy spoon
You can go
bar.
in. She ain't gonna do it.
It's like a dive bar. I'll have to wear my shirt. I got a shirt from there.
That's cool. Willie jumped. That's funny.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, obviously I want the Bucks to do well, but I don't know. And the Bulls, you talked about already, your team.
Right.
Just I don't know what they're doing. I don't. They went from starting out really good with this new GM, and then they just kind of they're doing almost worse than what Paxson and Garformer did. It's almost worse.
I agree.
It's not great. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not.
There's no plan.
That's what I was gonna say. There's no plan.
They are a market that needs to be in the business of getting big time players. Even you know what? I'm telling you right now, just go get James Harden. Just do something. Do something that goes, okay, we're gonna try get a score, something that's gonna put people in
so
seat
people
to
can
seat.
come and watch something.
Get some, and then you can just get rid of him next year and start slowly do something different.
Right.
But Kevin Durant was available. But a lot of people say the problem what happened with Garform and John Paxson, what ruined the Bulls, and they talk about it all the time on Chicago radio. A lot of the rumor going around is that people were being told don't go there because the way they treated Derrick Rose, they were going off.
Right.
That was the big thing. Now Derrick Rose was the guy that also said, I ain't playing. I could maybe play, but I want to be able to walk and go to picnics when I'm older. So people they were mad about that. He was there was a big disconnect. They were saying that he could play, but he didn't want to.
Right.
And they came back, but the problem is the players are going to decide what to play.
Right.
So what happened was people were going to go there because they're like, well, screw those guys. They're making this former MVP and the guy that took them. They actually could have probably beat the Cavs that one year,
Yeah.
and they kind of shit the bed against them up
Right.
2-0 in that series.
Right.
Kind of did a buck special, and you know what? The thing was, after that all happened, he was hurt, had a serious knee injury, but he wouldn't come back, and that got around. That got around that and nobody wanted to go there.
Right.
Nobody wanted to go. In Chicago, I mean, I get it, Miami, but if you go LA and New York, big market, but Chicago's a city. If you make an impression, you can own that
Absolutely.
city more than LA,
Right.
more than New York. You can own Chicago.
Yeah.
That could be Michael Jordan owned Chicago.
Right.
I mean, you've had Walter Payton own Chicago.
Right.
These people owned
Ryan
85 Bears.
Sandberg owned
Right.
Chicago.
Right.
Sammy Sosa.
Taze and Kane own Chicago because you know what? That if you win and you're a nice guy, or at least you look like a nice guy,
Right.
they'll be cool. We like this guy.
But it's only white
we're gonna
guys.
buy him a steak when we see him out, or we're gonna
Right.
they
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
People love the guy.
But it's only white guys. That's why they like Sammy Sosa.
I said Walter Payton. Too.
I know.
Am
And I'm just messing. I just want to do a white joke about Sammy Sosa.
But yeah, I just think that it sucks for Chicago because there are, I believe, besides, I mean, you get it, winter weather sucks, and that's when the season is. But for a city that's
So
not
New York, though.
yeah, for a city,
Right.
yeah, you're right. For a city that's not a terrible city,
Right.
for
Philadelphia.
someone
Yeah.
that has money,
Boston. Right.
Yeah, there's shitholes too.
yeah, I think Chicago should be a destination for an athlete.
Absolutely.
In if you can do it, and with basketball, and baseball, you can do it because it's they have all the money in the world. But Reinsdorf's part of the problem too.
Agreed.
Yeah, they got the ownership problem the McCaskies do.
Right.
They have the and I'm almost
The
kind
Bears
of
are kind of changing that.
yeah,
though.
but I'm falling into think. Well, and the only thing about the Bears is that there really isn't much you can do.
No.
You got to do the money right.
Right.
You can go sign big guys. You just don't know what you want to do. There's really no, I know they did. They did. When Ryan Poles was there, rumor was he went into the office and he did ask. He's like, well, what about Kareem Hunt? And he was available. And Virginia McCaskey said, definitely not.
Okay.
He told him no.
I agree.
And I'm like, well, I have no problem with that.
Right.
I mean, I really don't. That's not an issue. She's not basing it on talent.
No.
That's not her going, I don't think he's good enough.
Right.
When he cuts to the right, I don't like the way he cuts.
He's a kicker, right?
Right.
Oh, wow. I don't like him because he would have missed he missed like Cody Parkey too.
That was a double doink right in the face.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but that's
Back to the Bulls.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the East is 4 teams I can think of off the top of my head. So
Boston.
Boston,
Bucks. You put the
Bucks.
Bucks in there.
Miami,
Sixers.
Sixers. So 5 teams.
Well, but they lose Harden.
Well, what
Right.
about like the Nets or the Knicks?
Depends what
or...
Lillard, because Lillard was on the radar for them, and if he goes there,
Right.
but if Lillard goes there, all he's doing is making a move to the East.
Right.
He's not changing his environment to get
and
be
that's
on
the
a
whole
better
thing.
team.
Is like he wants.
He's not getting better
Right.
going to the Nets.
Right.
You might as well stay in Portland.
Right.
Although with the Nets, with him on it, they probably make the playoffs.
Right.
He
But
ain't making
the whole thing is that they don't want to give up assets, so the team he's in the same spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's the whole thing is like.
I think a great place for me, the Knicks. If the Knicks could
Right.
would have the right Randall there with
Yeah, but you're gonna have 4
how
small.
about the Cavaliers?
You got Cleveland. Yeah, I was gonna say
How about the
Cleveland.
Cavs will be good again this year.
Yeah.
Oh, Cavs too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot
So
about
maybe
the Cavs.
16.
And they picked up Max Strus then too.
Right.
That's a good team though.
They were good before Strus. I like them. Mitchell was a great pick. I don't know. I still don't understand what happened with Utah on him. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm just.
I think.
Do you think Atlanta makes a better?
No.
It's a better. I don't know. With Quinn Snyder with a full year with them,
I think
Quinn
that
Snyder's a great coach.
he's a great coach.
Do you think they are better because now he's going to instill what he needs to instill
Yeah,
in the
but
off season?
I think Trey's gone. I think they're gonna get rid of Trey.
I
Gone by
do
now.
too.
Yeah. I think he'll get traded before the season starts.
I did see Milwaukee. How about Chicago?
Good spot for him.
He's
Again, a
young.
star player.
He goes to Chicago. That's going to put them in the second apron unless they
Yeah.
send off. I mean, who do you trade? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Houston's in the West, right?
yeah,
They've
yeah.
made a bunch of signings.
Houston's not going anywhere.
No, I know, but they
They're
just made a
year or
bunch of
two away.
signings.
Detroit's. I don't know what Detroit's doing either.
I don't see any.
They needed to
did
get
they
number
make
one.
any
If they got
moves?
number one pick, they would have been a top. They would have been a playoff team to me. But they got Wembyana or whatever his name is.
Yeah, but they
would
traded for Joe Harris. I think.
But without like I said, if they would have got number one pick this year, they would be a playoff team. I think at least a play-in team.
I don't think
they
they've
would've.
picked up anybody, have they?
they got like 16 centers though, so they're
You
like
know,
the
I'm-
wayward home for lost centers.
Yeah, you're on.
I'm not on this one.
No, it doesn't matter. I don't think. I think we're
Doesn't
good.
matter.
Yeah, from these
No, I'm in a
notes,
different
I
one,
don't
too.
see anybody Detroit picked up that I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing is though they got rid of John Collins for nothing. Atlanta.
Yeah,
So
for
that-
nothing?
Yeah, they got rid of him for like 2
Yep.
second-round picks.
Okay, all right.
So
Right. He was the heart and soul of their
Right.
team.
Did you get scared by the dog, Willie?
Excuse me. I wasn't paying
Who was it,
attention.
Ivy or Violet?
It was Ivy for sure.
Yeah,
really?
Ivy went
'Cause
crazy.
she just, I'm like, oh shit. Well,
And then she was like, "Oh, hi."
well, because she's dark.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, and I walk in there and just surprised the crap out of me. So, like, oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm hoping Detroit does good. I mean, they got those 3 young guys.
Well, Ivy,
Ivy,
the kid that was out, Cade Cunningham.
Kate Cunningham.
Yeah.
Who did they get this year?
Wish they got Wembyana. Would have been perfect. That's what they needed.
Yeah, can you imagine trying to re-sign all those guys in like 3 years? You'd have 4 stud players. You never gonna. But I guess whatever.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, he was got a building
Worried about
block
it then.
If Wembyana is what he's supposed to be, then you have a building block to build around.
Yeah.
Keep throwing guys around him. That's all you
Right.
need. And you keep one of those guys.
and those guys, Ivy and,
I say
And well,
this-
Cunningham didn't play last year, which
yeah.
they were decent the year before with him. He didn't play last year, so you're not seeing what they could do with the full team. They didn't have their full team.
right.
Right.
And Dumars will be back.
Yep. And Lembeer, he looks good. I saw him
Yeah,
in the video.
he looks old, but he's
Yeah.
he,
And they
he
got
hustles.
the ex-Suns coach. So.
Monty Williams.
Oh, Monty Williams
yeah,
get there. Yeah.
I was gonna say
They
Kingsbury.
threw the bank at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, no, I'm taking a year off. How about $70 million? Okay.
But it's not
I
going
can
to be
take the year off.
next
I can
year.
take the year off in 5 years.
Yeah, I'll take it in 5
Right.
years.
You know what? You just took the job in Detroit. You probably take the year off in 3 years.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You and Dan Campbell can hang out.
Yeah, Dan Campbell.
Yeah, but I mean, thinking about it now, I think Cleveland improved themselves probably one of the most with Struess. They got somebody else. They got like 3 different guys. Trying to think who else they signed. Obi Toppin went to Indiana.
Obi
too.
Toppin went to Indiana today.
Yeah.
He got traded from the Heat. Not from the Heat. From
the Knicks
The
for like
Knicks,
2
yeah.
second-round picks. That was a good get for
What
Indiana.
college did he go to?
he went to Miami, Ohio. Or Dayton.
Dayton,
Yeah, Dayton.
Yeah, and there's another guy like Tom Thibodeau should have played more too. So can't play him and Randall together. Idiot.
That's another question I was asking you guys. So obviously they've already come out their mock drafts for last year, and Bronny James is being listed as 14 through 16 right now in the draft.
Has anybody seen him play in college yet?
He's
Yeah.
if he goes 14th,
Let's put it this way: he's probably better than any kid in this area, but he's still.
it's a weak draft though. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very weak.
But the
draft.
question is, right now the problem is what happens now with the Lakers next year. Now, obviously, they were talking about this, and now the Lakers do they try to end up with him to appease LeBron to keep? I'm like, you got to play this year. What happens with LeBron? Like I said, what happens at the Kobe wall? And he's garbage. We
Right.
don't. Hopefully, LeBron goes somewhere else and he goes with them. Go.
Right.
I mean, he wants to play with his kid. He's saying now, and this can't.
You're talking Atlanta, right?
Yeah. So this is the way LeBron's going to decide to do it. That's fine. The Lakers. This is what the Lakers can't fall into. The Lakers cannot fall into making it about LeBron
Right.
because he's not young enough
So,
to make it about LeBron anymore.
so say
And they're gonna have like if they plays out right, they're gonna have like a 25 to 32 pick anyway, or 30 pick, right?
Right.
24. So they're not gonna have a top
so
10 pick anyway.
just saying. I don't know who's picking at 14. Just say
It was the Hawks. They're saying it right now.
Okay, the Hawks.
That's what they're predicting.
But
Yeah,
the
but-
thing is,
so-
LeBron didn't
So it could be
say,
anybody.
So the Hawks pick him.
Right.
Do the Lakers now have to give up like 2 first-rounders
No,
to get him to
the whole-
come to LA?
No, that's what I'm saying.
A
The Lakers
tra- a
shouldn't do it.
drafted
The Lakers
trade?
shouldn't do it.
The
No, but
whole
will
LeBron
they?
quote though, he said that he wants to end his career
Right.
playing with Bronny. It didn't say
With him next to him.
with him next to him. He didn't say I want to play with Bronny when he comes into
On
the
the
league.
same team.
Right. No, he
Because-
wants to play. He wants to end his career with Bronny on the same.
So it
team.
could be 2 years from now.
It could be 3
When
years.
he's 42. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
But I'm just
so-
saying though,
he
is,
go take that cheap
Everyone's-
veteran deal and go.
do the
Right.
Lakers do it just as a publicity
No.
stunt and trade like 2 first-rounders in the future
No,
on a draft day trade after
No,
like
but
a draft and trade thing?
No.
I have to say Pelinka's done a great job.
He rebuilt that team in 30 games last year.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah.
He did.
And the free agent
he-
signings that he had.
He made a team better in the last
Right.
30 games.
Or then so
They were maybe one of the best teams in basketball last 30 games.
Yeah, they
arguably.
were
From the
real
All Star
good.
break on, they were.
Yeah.
So are they
Right.
gonna? So the Hawks draft Ronnie. Now are the Lakers
No,
gonna dump him? You don't think so?
no.
You think he's
Ronnie
gonna
goes to the
play out
Lakers
his
and play.
contract?
But
LeBron-
LeBron might be out of contract next year anyway.
Yeah, I
Right.
It's
don't
like
know.
last year of his
Like he is.
deal.
Right.
So there's no, if he wants Bronny, so
It's
here's
just
what
a
I'm
year
saying.
after. He's just gonna
The
play as a
Lakers-
part-time
the-
Go.
guy.
I would be
The
like,
Lakers
go.
like-
Yeah.
We want you to do what you need to do, LeBron. We're not going to
Right.
stop you. And you know what? This year, let's say they shit the bed,
Right.
and at the All Star break they're terrible
Right.
this year. They may trade LeBron.
Right.
There's no saying they're not keeping. They don't. LeBron's
Right.
39 years old. I don't care what you can think he's Tom Brady all you want, and maybe he is. Good for him.
Right.
But you know what? The NBA is a lot different than NFL football, and there's one guy on basketball can make a huge difference.
Absolutely.
But he's not. It's just you saw in the playoffs.
Right.
They ran out of gas when they got to
Well, he
Denver.
was hurt. He
He was
wasn't.
not. He wasn't the same
He
guy.
wasn't the same LeBron
Yes,
as they were after
yes.
the All Star break.
And I just think, and he could play as 50. I don't know. Maybe he will. I don't know. I don't think he will.
What are you
But-
gonna say? Will?
I was gonna say, Ronnie has come from LeBron. Hey, it's your freshman year. You do all right. That's okay. You know, undrafted. You know,
Well, he'll get drafted.
I,
you
He's
know
not-
what? If Jace Howard's got drafted,
Jet Howard.
Jet Howard, yeah, got drafted. What, he went with 13.
Yeah,
was
top 15.
11.
So now do the
11,
Hawks
yeah.
just draft him, knowing next year they would get LeBron there to fill seats? You know what I mean? A team like that,
Right. I don't think teams would think.
Because there's no guarantee.
Right. Exactly.
Right? But
I don't think he's good enough to be a top 15 player.
I don't either.
Right. Because there's 2 guys on that team that are ranked higher than him that are already like gonna be better than him.
And that team ain't going to be a Final Four team, probably.
They're actually pretty loaded. They got a couple
Yeah,
young
did they
forwards.
make the second round this year? or the Sweet 16 maybe.
I think so.
Okay.
They may have made it this year.
Yeah, they got Andy. What's his name from Florida Gulf Coast?
Oh yeah, they did.
He's great. He's done a great job, like underrated job at that school.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but yeah, I just hope the Lakers just can't fall into, you know, if he was 32,
right,
then okay, fine, we'll do whatever to get your kid on the team. Right. Don't give a shit. But he's gonna be like, might end up like Thanasis on the Bucks. He may be the 12th guy that comes in and mop up time, and not play at all. Right. They're not going to let you coach. That's the problem with this whole thing.
Right.
If he ends up on the team with them, you know LeBron's going to have some looks going. What? I mean, hopefully he's smart enough in basketball. Maybe LeBron will know better. Maybe once he sees the play, says, "Yeah, this kid can't play in the NBA."
Maybe his kid's better than him.
No. Don't write off LeBron going back to Cleveland to finish out his career either. Because what's the one thing that Cleveland needs is a small forward. Put LeBron there. He's going to be free agent next year, go to Cleveland, and he might be a missing piece for that.
I think I can't play every day.
I don't think he's leaving LA. He just bought all that property. I saw the house when we were there.
I heard he's going to China.
He built all his property. He bought this property in the hills.
Okay.
House, like a $30 million house. Tore most of it down as they're building a new house on it. So I mean, obviously you can still live in LA.
He's a billionaire.
I think I don't think he goes far from LA. I really don't.
Go to the Clippers.
So that's where.
Yeah, it's not far.
Right, go to the country club.
How about Phoenix? Down the road. I mean, that's a flight back and forth. How about when LA gets there? Maybe Vegas is a basketball team sooner than you think. That was a good article. I'm not changing, but that was a great article I saw. I never think of this. The NBA's talent level right now is pretty high, player-wise.
Absolutely.
It's a great thing. I think it would be a great time for expansion.
Seattle and Vegas.
Yeah, I think right now that'd be a great. I think that may.
It's funny you say Seattle because they just finally reconciled that whole going
when they went to Oklahoma, right?
Went to Oklahoma because there's a picture of what's his name with the Sonics jersey on. Durant,
yeah. I think that I think an expansion would be in line pretty quick here, right? In the next 2 years, and I think Vegas obviously is an obvious place,
right? There's a perception that there's a parity in the NBA right now because there's so much talent.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
That's what you want.
No. Yeah.
The NFL has thrived on it the last 15 years, 20 years. Mm-hmm. We went from having the 49ers and Cowboys fight it out every fucking year,
right,
to now everybody gets a chance.
Well, the NFL, you can rebuild a team within a year.
When the playoffs start, you have no idea. We can all say who we think's going to win it.
Right.
But usually it doesn't happen.
Right.
Or at least one of the teams is.
Yeah. What is it? Every year there's 5 new playoff teams.
Yeah. I mean, this year, I guess the Eagles and Chiefs weren't probably the closest picks that for the year. That was having a long time where the both teams you thought were going to make it, made it or number 1 seeds. Were they both number 1 this year? Philly was the Philly number 1 or no?
The Vikings were number 1, I thought.
Yeah.
No, Vikings were number 1.
I'm just kidding.
I thought they were though.
They dropped at the end of the year. They lost a couple. Yeah. I thought, but whatever. But 2 top teams made it. KC obviously was the best team in football. I thought they did win.
A lot of luck in football as well.
Oh yeah. Health. Now you can talk about health in football because health is a big deal in football. If Mahomes don't go down, or you lose your left tackle possibly, or you lose if 49ers lose McCaffrey, their team was 10 times better with McCaffrey than without him last year. I mean, there's guys like you said. I mean, or sometimes the way your team's built, it definitely pick up for that if you're a good team that builds.
Right.
So.
But I agree. I think the NBA should expand for sure.
Yeah, I think they.
What would be a good name for Seattle? The Super Kraken.
I think they'll go back to the Sonics.
They should.
Yeah.
The Sonics.
They own. Yeah. The part of the agreement is they get to keep that name in Seattle.
So like the Colts type thing,
right?
Or the Browns, or all those.
I'd be a huge fan of that.
What Sonics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great basketball city. Or it'd be Vegas. Vegas would be.
Well, the Aces are the women's team,
right?
I knew where you were going with it.
How the Las Vegas?
I'm glad you didn't say that. You would have had to cut that out.
Las Vegas Wranglers, like the old.
How about How about the Las Vegas Blackjacks?
That's close. Not as bad as his. He wasn't even
the Las
thinking
Vegas One-Eyed Jacks.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Las Vegas Suicide Kings.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's like bullets almost.
Las Vegas Kings.
Yeah, you already got Sacramento.
Oh, yeah, Sacramento. They should go back to the Royals, but.
The Las Vegas Carrot Tops.
And it can't be a betting thing because
Las Vegas Newtons.
Oh, speaking of betting, wasn't more Indianapolis guys busted?
4 other guys got busted. Yeah, 2-year-long guys because they were betting on football supposedly. The other 2 guys got spent, I believe, were just betting.
They don't bet on their own games though, right?
I don't know the whole story, but facilities maybe.
kind of hypocritical since that they're getting money from DraftKings.
I do love that everybody in the world is. Oh my God, they're betting on this is happening since 1922. Come on.
You don't think these kids?
Pete Rose is not the only guy that bet on baseball.
Oh no.
You think
these got caught?
Just like Barry Bonds and Sosa and them ones ever did steroids.
Right.
They should be betting on
Those guys never
parents'
got caught.
names.
Yeah.
My dad.
Those
Hey,
guys
Dad,
never got
you're
caught
gonna
for
bet on
steroids
this.
even.
That's what I'm saying though.
I know.
But they all got, but they're treated like they got
Uncle
caught.
Charlie
I
should
know.
do
That's
it.
the problem.
You can't
That's the
control
difference,
Uncle
yeah.
Charlie
Right.
does.
But guys like
How does Uncle
like
Charlie
Ken,
lose
like
$7 million?
what's it,
Why
Biggio's
should
in
they
the Hall of
count this
Fame and
as
all.
$7 million?
Okay, Biggio never did steroids. Great baseball player.
What's
He
that?
did them.
Who?
Biggio. Like he
All
didn't do
those
steroids.
guys did.
But he's in the Hall of Fame. Bagwell's in the Hall of Fame too, right?
Yeah,
Bagwell-
Bagwell is, and I think he got busted with steroids.
He never got busted.
Neither did Sosa or Bonds.
Hey!
This guy. Is he lost?
Somebody brought beer. And the beer is good for you.
No, Mark, if you want a chair, it's back of my car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if you want a chair. Is my garage door open?
Yeah.
Let me unlock the car for you.
This is a basement bench warmer special occasion. People just showing up in the yard.
We like it.
Almost looking guys too.
Is that a pool in your neighbor's backyard? Doesn't the HOA go against
Oh,
it?
Christ. We're in trouble.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
You mentioned that on Friday on the way
I
back.
know, it was funny.
So the expansion will be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be cool. It'll become. I mean, Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas is. I mean, got to
Have
be
to.
a place to go see.
What other
something.
city would you have?
Well, Vegas has to be.
Right.
Seattle is great.
Right.
Is that
Vegas.
hockey stadium set up for basketball, or are they going?
Oh yeah, it's an
Yeah.
arena.
It's an arena.
It's
so-
crazy
okay.
though.
Yeah.
You go into places. We actually me and Glenn were there. We saw the Blackhawks played the Knights actually, and you went into places to T-Mobile Arena.
Right.
So you go in, and like everything's like decorated like pink and stuff like T-Mobile.
Right.
You can't even tell it's a Knight Stadium. I mean, you can, but you can't. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's cool. It can be, but I guarantee they build them their own stadium.
Right.
They would eventually. But that's where they have a lot of like. It's like a concert venue too.
Yeah, I want
But
to see Britney
it's
Spears there.
set up for anything. It's just Mark Jankowski's joining us tonight.
How's it going, Mark?
He stopped in and say hi. Hi, Mark. Good. How are you? So yeah, expansion would be kind of interesting to me, but for sure. So yeah. So you got basketball? Is that it? You got anything else?
It was 4 hours of basketball.
Right.
No, it wasn't. 3:59.
He actually looked at his.
I have no watch on tonight.
So NBA is going to change a rule about flopping. So.
Sorry, don't have basketball.
What's that?
Sorry, don't have
No,
basketball.
I just said one more thing.
Okay.
So they're going to change the flopping rules. So
And then they're gonna not abide by it
it's
after
called the
like 5
LeBron
games.
rule.
After like 5, they're gonna quit doing it. They're
Yeah.
not gonna abide by it. The flopping rule they have, they don't even do anymore.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see how good.
They were talking about the flopping all came about from when the European players started coming over
Yeah.
here.
Well, because they're soccer
All the
players.
soccer players,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Steve Nash started it.
Right.
Well played.
So, anything we got? You got birthdays, Willie?
I got birthdays.
Let's
Yeah,
do the
yeah.
birthdays. Let's do it.
Well, it's the fun
Here's my
part.
intro music.
Mark can
Mark
join
showed
us.
up right at the right time.
Mark can join us to guest birthdays tonight. Mark
All
can join.
right.
So we'll start. Mark can start, and we'll go this way. Okay? Is that
All
cool?
right.
Or you want to go this way? What do you guys want to do?
Don't matter.
It's always that way.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go this way. Okay, Mark gets go first on the birthday guest.
Clockwise?
You know you win.
Is that the clock?
Willie
No,
gives you a
that's-
kiss in
he's
the
at 12
mouth.
o'clock. No, counterclockwise.
Counter.
Oh, where we going?
Yeah.
Counterclockwise.
On TV,
Mark-
it'll be clockwise.
Mark to Tim to Tinker to Everett.
Bass to mouth.
Best.
Fast to mouth.
Yo, so great store. We should have gone in last week. Jace took me in it. I'm sorry. Down by Willie last night. It's called the Obvious Shirt Store. You ever been in there?
No.
It's a great store.
Is it?
Like, they have just these stuff like one that said one of their shirts said Dunston to Sandberg to Grace. That was one shirt. That's all it said. The other one, that's a shirt you see all the time. The greatest
Game.
night, the greatest game took place on a Wednesday
Yeah.
in Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Other one was the other one I didn't get. Maybe you guys can. I'm trying to figure it out. It must have been someone. It wasn't the club. Maybe the Cardinals did it or something. It said, "Yeah, don't forget the British also blew a 13 colony lead too." It said the British also blew a 13 colony lead,
I don't get it.
and someone must have lost a 13-run lead at some point and lost the game. But it's the joke on the British. But maybe it's just a
Right.
joke on the British being funny. I don't know. It's
I like
funny.
the 13 colony thing.
That is funny though if you think about
Right.
it. But the shirt, you go Obvious Shirt Store shirt store online.
Okay.
And they just do like print ups like that.
Well, at least it wasn't.
Yeah, it's right on the other corner. It's
All right.
right, like you walk past, the area with that fake grass and stuff. You can,
Right.
okay, keep going north.
It's past the Cubs golf store.
So north on Clark.
Yeah, north on Clark, but it's on the the Cubs, the new Cubs buildings end, like
Yeah.
the office buildings,
Mm.
directly across the street from there.
Okay.
I'm pretty
baseball
sure.
is.
Oh no, it's on the corner of Grace and Clark.
Okay.
That's where it is.
Okay.
Grace and Clark.
That baseballism store was fucking.
Baseball,
sweet.
but this store was pretty funny.
Those are
Look
some-
online though.
That was some
Anything?
nice stuff in there.
Baseballism, yeah.
I already bought a hat, so I was at my limit for the day.
Yeah.
But if you obvious, you go out look online. The obvious shirt store.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Chicago guy that did it, obviously.
Right.
But he has one that says, what was the other shit that I saw? Something about St. Louis is boring or something.
No one likes the vacation in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was just weird stuff like that. But yeah, okay. So birthdays. Go ahead.
Birthdays,
Mark's up
okay.
first. Yep.
Mark. Larry David,
Seinfeld guy?
Yeah, the writer.
writer director, and he's also Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Never watched that, which I wish I did. So.
Seinfeld.
72.
75.
73.
69.
76.
Tim made me do it. Got -1 for that.
Man, you're so close to start there.
Tim made
know
me
it.
do it.
Lindsay
Tim's up.
Lohan.
Speaking of Lindsay Lohan, I saw Molly today.
35.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan, she looks like she's 50.
Right.
Her vagina's probably a 70. I'm gonna go 37.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I know all
Her
my
bonus hole?
I know my bonus holes.
Such a bonus hole.
Speaking of bonus holes,
What a mean girl.
Margot Robbie.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I start this
You
one.
do start it.
Oh, she's younger.
Great scene in
Wolf of Wall Street, good movie too. Very good movie. Not a big fan of the drugs and sex, but the movie's good.
34?
I'm gonna guess 32. Came out at first, so I'll go with that.
30.
27.
33.
I knew it was gonna be between us. I knew it.
Boo. 32 came out right away.
Damn it.
Everybody's favorite 70s show actor, Kurtwood Smith.
Oh,
Dumbass.
My dad, okay. They're gonna say Danny,
no, he's my favorite from RoboCop, where he shoots RoboCop
who's
in
a
the
rapist
face.
that just got busted for rape.
The rapist.
Danny,
Danny.
You mean the
Master-
therapist?
Ooh,
You mean
that
the
ain't
therapist?
good for him. No, that's bad.
I know.
Scientology is helping him out.
So the dad, I'm guessing?
Yeah, Kurtwood Smith.
What am I, -1 already?
Yes, you are minus one.
He could be that old too.
I think he's older than we think.
Let me say 76.
78.
What'd you start at?
76, 78.
Make a
And
sandwich.
Kurtwood.
Make a sandwich.
75.
74.
80.
Oh, good
You guys
call.
are
Went the
going
wrong
You guys
way.
are going the right way. You
I
just
thought-
keep going up
Good
by
call,
two.
the older.
Yeah, I thought he was old. Because he was
He
in
looks
Robo.
good for his age, though.
Yeah, he was in RoboCop.
But he kind of looked like 80 when the show was on originally, so.
So that was when was RoboCop, like 85?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And he was, not even a young guy in that. He
Well, the
was
70s show was that popular in the early 2000s?
I think so.
yeah,
so that
probably late
was-
90s,
he was
early
probably in his
2000s.
Late 50s? Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Um,
Or I think Mark.
Jan Smithers.
I don't know what that is.
WKRP. And she,
Oh, the
Christ.
normal looking girl?
the hot girl. Well,
Yeah,
Lonnie
WKRP.
Anderson was hot. But
Well,
she,
guess
yeah.
they were KRP.
she was
That's all.
like
I don't even know who she is either.
girl with glasses.
Yeah, she had just straight brown hair, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember any other women, but
Was
on
she
that
young? Was she young when she was on the
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I don't remember anybody else but Lonnie Anderson and the guys. That's all I remember. I don't even
You gotta
remember.
figure she was probably like 28
did she have,
then
like
or
Dorothy
something.
Hamill haircut?
show? I got
No,
nothing
she had
to
longer
lose.
hair, but
Nah,
she had
it's
the
got
glasses.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh.
She was like the girl next door look.
Oh, maybe not. You might be right. You're right in that area.
69. I'm gonna go for it.
I'll do it. I was gonna say
78.
it.
Like 82.
Oh, said it if you did. So
74?
Ding, ding, ding.
Dude, I'm just guessing. We say 69 was not that far off.
I already got a shirt picked out from that store.
what's it say?
Christopher Morel hits the ball really, really hard.
Yep.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, hits the ball really, really hard and really far.
Yeah.
He only weighs like, what, 145
Dude,
pounds?
that
or
ball
last
he
night-
hit Friday smoked
Last
it.
night the 4 Ks he had, he didn't hit that bar really far along.
No.
He looked terrible at that last night.
Yeah.
2 backwards Ks and a couple old school ones.
It
so
happens.
It was fun.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Where we at?
I think Tim.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Timmy's up to
60.
He's got to be 69. I
66.
think he's 5th. No, wait. 61.
ding, ding, ding. You're even.
What'd you say?
60. I know when you said he just turned 60 recently, but
I should have piggybacked you. He's in great shape
Feels good
for his age. Yeah.
I'd bang him.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You beat me to.
It's good for his age.
Oh yeah.
Look good for a 60-year-old.
Mark, you gotta yell.
He's like Willie's age.
Yeah.
He's like jumping off.
Oh yeah. Mark, just speak loud, Mark. They'll hear you.
Talk like you're deaf.
Use your outside voice.
Alrighty.
Who's up anyway?
Yardley Smith.
Who's that?
Lisa
From The
Simpsons.
Yeah.
And also from.
So we're talking about
she
actually
was on
Lisa Simpson
Herman's
or the
Head.
person that
Yes.
her voice.
Her voice, yeah.
Oh Jesus! Let's see. She was on Herman's Head back in like 1990. That's 33 years. 59.
Ding, ding, ding.
Jesus. I got a horseshoe up his ass.
I did last time too, though. I started thinking them out.
All right.
His bonus hole's this big.
That bonus hole's gonna come in handy.
All right, who's up?
Scott.
Scott's favorite guy from the Jersey Shore, Mike the Situation Sorrentino.
Situation.
I don't watch that. I bet
The situation.
no, I never
You're a
watched.
closet watcher.
No. You know who loves that show? Rama Carl loves that show.
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly. He's like, it's Jersey Day. He says it all the time on Thursdays. Because he goes home and watches it. I'm
Still?
MTV still exists.
they have a new one now. It's like they like a road trip one, I
Yeah,
guess.
Lazy Road Trip.
Him and Mike they all watch. I'm like, nerds.
What? I didn't even know there was still MTV.
I didn't either.
I
But
found
you know
out
what? As you find out, it's all fake. That stuff. It's all told to do. It's not real. There's no.
Wrestling.
You know what? People like that in real life. You know why? Because they
Wrestling
don't.
is not fake.
They know that I'm going to be
Scripted.
crazy because it don't matter. I'll get out anything I do. I'm not going to go to jail or nothing. A Jersey Day, I'm going to guess it's 45.
The situation. 45.
Talk loud.
43.
Oh wow, nice. I like it.
38.
Come on, add the situation.
47.
41.
I don't know those
Dumb
guys.
pick.
Mark's up.
Huey Lewis.
Oh.
And you got to sing a song as you get it right.
He's got the power of love. man.
Which
He's not dead.
one of Donald's nephews was he? Huey. That was Huey, Dewey, and Louie. It wasn't his nephew. Sorry.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck.
Remember you used to just swim in that all that gold?
DuckTales. God, I fucking love that show.
74.
Who we guessing?
Huey Lewis.
The power
He lost
of
his
love.
voice, right? Is that what's wrong with
I'd
him?
love to see.
yeah,
I would love to see.
I guess he's
You
got
saw him in concert, right?
Bunch of times.
I would love to see him.
70.
I guess he's got a huge honker. That's what's come out. Yeah. That's the rumor.
He liked the bonus hole, did he?
A huge
Well, you
honker.
I watched that. What was that one with Betty White? Lost in Cleveland or Old in Cleveland?
Hot
Hot in
Al.
Cleveland?
Hot in
Hot in
Cleveland,
Cleveland.
yeah, and he was always on there, because he would be like Valerie Bertinelli's boyfriend or something in there. And he'd be walking around, she'd be like, "Oh my God, that's your third leg, huh?" Or something. I don't know, I just
I
made
love
that
Betty
up.
White. She was fucking hot.
In her day, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Too bad her day was in 1938.
Al Lund was banging the hell out of that. From Password.
Oh, boy.
The password is
Password guy.
bonus hole.
I can't wait till we're out the next time.
That's her new shirt.
Ask me what
You know what? When I was in that store, guess what hat was in there?
Like,
Hat.
no.
The hat was in that store.
The one the
And he
black guy
didn't
had?
text us? I would have been like,
I was going to that for
I'll cash app you right now.
dude, it was the hat. I was like, that's awesome.
Damn
That's
it.
I got it. And he had blue and they had Cubs color ones. That's
Did
pretty
they?
cool. Yeah,
Right.
same exact shirt. Though the font and everything was the same.
I
shirt.
might have to get the Morel shirt and the hat.
Hat. The guy wore a hat on in the train that said hat. Period. That's all his shirts say. There's like words. Period. It's
I
kinda
couldn't
weird.
see it, and he was like, he was a big black
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
So I thought it was like, like one of those old the fat
Those
boys
big
or whatever.
hats.
I thought it said PHAT, but because I could only see part of it. And then these guys are all laughing, and I'm like, it's funny, PH. And then he turns his head, and I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome.
Hat.
Just hat.
So where are we here?
I'm up.
Huey
and
Lewis.
it's Huey Lewis.
Oh,
I got 70.
73.
you got 70. 70?
Said 74.
74, 70. What'd you say?
73.
Damn, I swear I thought he was almost 80.
Might be.
I'm gonna say 80.
72.
Oh, you should have went one lower. You're right there,
But I
man.
thought he was older.
Who's up?
One of those guys.
Ed.
Ed. No, Tim.
No,
you went
it's
first.
Timmy.
Yeah,
Timmy.
Mark.
Edie Falco.
Edie Falco from
Sopranos.
Never
And
watched
Nurse
that.
Betty.
Is that the bitchy
not
wife?
Nurse Betty.
Nurse Eddie.
Nurse Eddie.
Is that
Or
Tony's?
Nurse.
Is that Tony's bitchy wife?
She is
I don't watch that show either, Tim. You yelling at me?
59.
Yeah, I watch that.
That's what I was thinking. I'll say 58 then.
I'll say 61.
69.
60.
Oh, right between us.
God. Dummy.
Sly Stallone.
Cubs were down. Jay said 6-1 at the bottom of the ninth. They tied it.
Ooh,
Really?
Oh,
Which was at that game.
Morrell
Right.
had
Morrell hit it like far hard.
Really, really hard.
Bodie came in to pinch hit. Who are you talking about?
Is David
Sly
Bodie still
Stallone.
AAA for that?
I think, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh,
I don't know. He can be
Well, his brain's like 87.
78.
He's my dad's age, seriously. I think he's 73.
So I'm gonna say 79.
75.
77.
We're
Damn.
right there again.
Oh. You go first on that one?
Yeah.
Burt Ward.
Ooh.
Batman?
Robin?
Batman and Robin.
Oh.
Yep.
Don't be such a bonus hole.
Ow! Bonus hole.
69.
Nope.
I like how he looks at it.
He's got 81.
80.
83.
78.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks good for his age.
I was close.
You still wearing tights?
Oh.
I would.
Adam West did all until his last day.
Right. Best
Uh,
Batman
Mayor
ever.
West.
Shelley Hack.
Who
I
the
don't know
fuck
who
is
that
that?
is.
You don't remember her?
No.
I forget her.
What was she from? No, let's
No,
guess her.
go. Let's go.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She was like another. Not
The
wasn't a,
TV. Yeah, I mean,
She
she
wasn't
took over for.
Cheryl Teague?
no the one
Farrah?
not Jack. Was Farrah leave or Jacqueline
Farrah-
Smith left?
Jacqueline
Or Kate
Smith.
Kate
Smith.
Smith. I thought
No,
left
Kate
the show.
Smith's a
Jacqueline
singer.
Smith. Jacqueline Smith left.
Kate
Oh,
Smith.
Jacqueline Smith left.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
Shelley Hack took over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kate Smith.
Because Farrah stayed the whole time, I think.
Yeah.
She didn't do it with Suzanne Summers.
So in the 70s.
She fucked up the Fruits Company.
It'd have been late 70s, yeah, probably. Maybe even 80 for that if she replaced.
72.
75.
70. Oh my God.
Wait,
You're
am I
in
minus
such a
one?
hole right now. You're
You're -1.
69.
76.
Okay, that's right. Cubs are losing now 8-6.
Who are they playing tonight?
Caucasians?
Sounds like they're playing the
The Caucasians, right?
27 Yankees.
They play the Brewers
Oh,
tomorrow.
I bet Fulmer came in.
Are they playing the
And nail it
82
down, your
Brewers
boy.
right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detroit.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
Kevin Hart.
Ooh.
We know what that is.
Not me.
Yeah.
He's not 69.
Kevin Hart is,
5'3".
I know. So, 51.
Ooh.
52.
Let's say 47.
46.
44.
Yeah.
Yeah, dang it. This guy threw me off. I would have said 45 was my first guess, but I moved up to these
It's
guys.
hard with people that are only 5'3". You know, they look like kids anyway.
I would have said 12.
All right.
I know.
Doc Severinsen.
Oh,
Damn.
Actually, I rode on a plane with him from Denver to Milwaukee one time.
Talk his ear off too.
Nope.
And this is mine.
That was Singletary I talked
He's
to.
like, look, can I be in a band? I can play a skin flute.
This is me.
Hey,
Yeah.
how do you play skin flute?
Yeah.
that was Willie all the way. His ear.
You remember him, Reggie?
He knows Willie. See?
Reggie, you remember?
Whose is it? Who's it up to?
I'm up. I'm gonna say 86.
I'm going to say 93.
89.
87.
96.
Holy cow! He looks great for that. 86.
He was Johnny Carson's band leader, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Who's up?
I was up by 10 years on
I think
that.
Ed.
Scott.
No, I started
Oh,
that.
okay, yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
Ooh.
Gotta cut loose. Foot loose. Kick 63.
Kevin Bacon was on that one with the worms underground.
Yep, Tremor.
Tremors.
Tremors. Yeah, Fred Ward who just died.
66.
67.
68.
65.
Ooh, I went the wrong way.
What did I say to start? 63. No, 63. I had to say 63.
Toby Keith.
Ooh, he looks terrible.
Yeah, he's looking a little rough.
He's going back on tour though now. He had cancer. He had throat cancer or something, but he's back on tour.
Really?
Yeah, he looks like real thin.
So like throat cancer from probably smoking, you think?
I don't know. I think it was throat. I could be wrong.
Stomach.
Oh, stomach. Could have been from chewing though. Stomach cancer could come from chew because you swallow a little bit every once in a while. That's possible, right?
Yep.
Then again, cancer is fucking cancer.
Oh, you don't want to be.
I could not do it. I could not do anything. I could be perfect my whole life and everything I do, and I probably still get it.
Right.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, from the Canadian wildfires.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Mark Barson.
Sucking in all those fucking chemicals for a week.
52. 52.
62.
I've seen him in concert.
Ding, ding, ding.
He's 62.
He's a great show.
I was nowhere near
I've seen him
that.
twice. He's a very good concert. You ever seen him?
Nope.
He's a good concert.
I will.
Red Solo Cup, right?
Yeah.
And this last one is worth 6 points.
Okay.
And it is Sebastian Maniscalco.
Who the fuck is that?
You know who he is?
You don't know?
One of the
Immediate.
funniest guys in the world. If you're-
Oh, it's about. Okay, I know.
If
who
you're
it
He's
is.
in
Italian,
that movie, that new movie.
It's about his family.
Yeah, yeah.
He's from like Winnetka or something.
Yes,
he's
yes,
from
he
right
is.
down
Yes,
here,
he is, yes.
or Barrington,
Yeah.
he's somewhere.
Or Will Met or something like that.
Yeah, he's right down.
He's one of the funniest. If you're Italian, he's hilarious. And I'm not,
I know who he is.
I'm not that straight off the boat.
He was in,
some shit he says. He's funnier than fuck.
Robert De Niro's in that movie. My dad,
Yes,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
always like, yeah, my dad's like, good with the.
Dude, that dude is. I know who
Why
he
is
is.
every impression
changes
sounds like Dice Clay?
Yeah,
He
right.
does.
He does kind of sound like that.
He doesn't sound like that at all.
Hickory dot.
Maniscalco, sorry.
He's gonna be. You know what?
That's
Cool.
us.
Dice Clay's gonna be the Pabst Theater.
Is it
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
You know what? Oh my God, he's hilarious. I like him. I think he's comical.
What does he do when he can't smoke in the theater? Or is that part of his
You
writing?
still do it.
I don't
But he doesn't smoke anymore. He holds them.
Oh, does he? Okay.
I'll just listen to him on Joe Rogan. So he just holds them and he plays one, puts them in his mouth, but he will not.
He's not a smoker anymore at all. He
Not-
quit.
no,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
still has one all the time. He just likes to have it.
Got a heater.
Where are we at?
Scott.
Someone's starting it.
Oh, the Italian Stallions.
Oh man, it's me, Maniscalco.
Yeah.
No, I went. Is it me?
No, wait.
Who did Toby Keith?
Mark started with Toby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
okay.
me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Because
So
Mark
who
got it
was
right
it?
on the back.
Sebastian?
Because
Oh, that's right, because you said, who the hell is this?
Right.
I wish he'd play like that Genesee or something. He's awesome.
He'll never
59.
play. Well, maybe 10 years from now.
I'm gonna say, I think he's the same age as me. I think he's 49. Okay, he's right there.
He's been around for a while. A lot of clubs in the corner. I'm gonna say he's 51.
That kids are pretty young. 45.
50.
Damn.
I think because he was the same age as me until yesterday or whatever.
His birthday is
Because
July 8th.
you know why I know that is because when I've seen his specials, I looked up and I was like,
Who? Dice Clay or Maniscalco?
Shut up. I was like, he's from right down here, so I was like, I wonder if I played baseball against him. He's the same age,
Yeah.
and he's from those teams which I played against growing up.
Nice.
So Ed won. Again.
Bullshit.
Everybody give me
Scored a
money.
point.
Well, he should lose 3 points for poor impressions.
Right.
No, and I was right on Maniscalco. He's the same age as me until a couple days ago. Yeah, my impressions are
Only birthday I saw all week, he didn't put it in there. I saw one this week. I go, he'll put it in there for sure with some athlete too. He's 59. He even put it in there. I was like, I'll know that one.
I didn't get a chance to do it.
No, so whatever. It's not. It is what it is.
I'm gonna go watch Maniscalco right now after this. After that race in Chicago finally finishes here, we're gonna
won?
put headlights on all the cars.
Who won?
Well, who cares?
Maybe if they turned the lights on at Wrigley, they couldn't see.
Yeah. Who? What else you got?
I got a couple of things.
Okay.
So every state they do, what people looked at how to spell words.
Okay.
So I got a
How
list.
bad did Wisconsin do?
So I'm going to ask you what word do you think Wisconsin is constantly looking up to learn how to spell?
Bonus hole.
No.
A word we're always looking at. Is it like a normal word?
Kielbasa.
It's not a proper noun. Is it a proper noun?
Proper noun. Yeah.
It's a proper noun.
Old fashioned.
It's going to be a city. Is it a city?
Actually, let me tell you.
It's
You know, I guess.
Kielbasa.
Oh, no, you have to tell. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. If it's proper noun, it's a city or a person's name, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. It's I mean, okay, I would guess Milwaukee. Because that's.
You think it's a city though or something?
Well, it's a proper noun.
So it's not a city for sure.
Well, yeah.
Chippewa.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Actually, you know what it is?
Huh.
Wisconsin.
Oh, geez, that's stupid.
That was a good one, though.
Seriously,
good guess on
yeah.
your
That's
part.
a good one.
I thought he was right when he said, "Oh, he's right with that for sure." Wisconsin, really? It spelled like it sounds. Wisconsin.
No. Did you watch
No.
the thing yesterday when they had Jerry and Stricker together?
No, I don't watch.
They were talking. Oh, they call them Scanies up here. The people call themselves Scanies. I was like, I've never heard that before in my life.
I've heard people say it, but I don't call it.
I've never heard. I've seen it like on a shirt before.
Let's start it. Let's just start calling. When we go out to people like, "Where are you from?" We're Scanies.
Scanies.
So, guess who won the NASCAR race?
Bubba Wallace.
I'm gonna guess.
In Chicago, he probably shot his way out.
I guess it's some guy that stole a car, drove by everybody.
Yeah.
Got to the finish line. A carjacker. Who won it?
Domingo. He won today. Jeez.
It's a Van. I'm gonna butcher the name. Van Gersbergen. He's an Australian supercar race driver.
A little short, he knows how to do it then. A little
Right.
short shit, huh?
He becomes the 6th driver born outside the United States to win a NASCAR Cup Series race.
Oh, good. Diversity. I like that.
Yeah. One-time race deal for him.
Yeah, people get signed for road coaster all the time. They run race. They do it all the time when they do Sonoma and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the NBA,
They would
man.
take people's rides for one day.
Yeah.
That one dude, what was that one dude that always used to race?
Boris said.
Yeah, Boris said
Yeah.
was a street racer or a road course guy.
Yeah,
Boris
yeah,
said.
he was a Trans Am champion.
Yeah, he would always finish like top 10 in those races.
Yeah, Canadian.
Always.
Yeah.
So are foreigners going to take over NASCAR like they did NBA basketball now?
If they keep doing road courses, yeah.
Yeah, if they keep putting a track in the middle of New York, Chicago, and New York, and
All right,
that.
I got one. Domingo Herman threw a perfect game. I mean, there's been a bunch in baseball. I don't know how many it is now, like 18 or
26.
26, okay. He's the 4th Yankee. All their first names start with a D. Can you name the other 3?
D's nuts.
Don Larson,
Don Larson's 1. Got 2 left.
David Cohn.
David
Yeah.
Cohn.
David Cohn
Wells.
and David
David
Wells.
Wells,
Good
yeah.
job.
David Wells was drunk.
And those
the
were
night before he
back-to-back
said.
years,
Did
right?
David Wells say he was hungover
Yeah.
I think so.
in his?
At least it wasn't on acid. Who was the Fighter Blue pitched a perfect game on acid?
Morel had 3 RBIs.
Did he?
No,
They lost.
LSD. He was on LSD.
Doc Ellis.
Doc Ellis.
Doc Ellis.
Doc Ellis. Yeah. I don't think it was. I think it was just a no-hitter.
Fighter Blue pitched a no-hitter, right?
No-hitter, yeah. I mean, there's hundreds of no-hitters.
Right.
Could anybody
they're the
name
only,
all these?
They're the only team that, I'm sorry, the Angels are the only team to ever have 2 and have 2 thrown against them.
Right.
They have 2 perfect games and 2 thrown against them. They have, and I think it was Vita Blue,
Right.
and with the other one maybe I think it was Mark Boulder. Maybe was he there?
I don't know.
But I know they've had 2 against them, and 2 they've had. The only team that's ever done that. Which
So Kenny Rogers threw one against the Angels in '94.
okay, and then it was obviously this
No.
dude.
No,
Today. Yeah, the guy threw the other night.
it was the A's.
No, that's what it is. The A's.
Oh,
It's
the A's.
It's
Oh,
the
you said
A's.
the Angels.
I'm sorry, the A's. I thought I said the A's.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. So Domingo Herman's thrown one against the A's.
Yeah, it was 2.
Hold on here, I'm getting them.
I saw it on Sports Center. I said it, so I don't know. I think that's where I saw it. But
Cy Young threw one against the A's when they were still in Philadelphia,
okay.
and then thrown 4 of them. Catfish Hunter,
And then was it Vita Blue or no?
no, and then Dallas Braden.
Oh,
Yeah,
Braden. Yeah,
Braden.
Braden.
Yeah,
what it
that's
was.
a great
It was a
one.
weird
Yeah.
one, Braden.
The other- So some of the
It's
crappiest
Mother's
ones.
Day or something like that.
Of the crappiest ones out of those 26, Phil Humber, the White Sox in 2012
Yeah.
against the Mariners. He sucked. Mike Witt.
Didn't he end up being a Yankee?
Like what pitch
Humber,
for
yeah.
Rangers?
Yeah, this was when he was with the Angels and it was against the
Okay.
Rangers. Sandy Koufax, he was no good. He threw one against the Cubs.
I could do that.
There were a couple way back in like the 1800s, but pretty much most of them were after that Don Larson. It was a long time. Don Larson threw that perfect game at 56, and there had only been like
10.
5
Was
before
that,
that. They
was that
were
in a
all
World
like
Series game?
yeah, in a World Series
That was a World
game.
Series game.
But then Bunning, Koufax, Catfish Hunter, Len Barker, I remember that one for the
With
Indians.
Yeah.
Tom Browning, Denny Martinez, Expos, Kenny Rogers, who I met multiple
Was
times.
Rogers with the
Rangers at the
Rangers
time.
at the time.
Is that the one with the
Yeah.
chicken shack?
Oh, wait.
He had a long career.
Kenny!
Chicken and
Then Wells, Cone, and Randy Johnson, Burley, Braden, Old Halliday. Whatever happened to that guy? He was probably up on. He was probably on goofballs too soon. Humbert, Matt Cain,
Matt Cain.
Felix Hernandez, and then
that was the last one. Hernandez was the last.
Yeah,
one.
and then Domingo home run.
So is that the last? So PTI brought that up, like how uncommon like perfect games were. So is that the last like feat achievement in baseball? Like, what's the uncommon feat?
The most uncommon feat,
Right.
Hitting 400 for the season.
Yeah, that's. We thought it was
The
a
cycle
well,
was a tough one.
We've had 2 cycles this year already,
Right.
How about
and I think 2 no hitters now. Is that the second no hitter,
Yeah.
or is that the first one?
Triple play.
triple play?
Triple
That might be a
plays
good
are
one.
pretty rare.
4 home run games.
How about 4 home run games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean hitting.
How about the
triple
Stealing
crown?
home?
Is,
Stealing home just happened the other day.
yeah, Jose Ramirez did.
But that is one that doesn't happen a lot.
It
How about
hardly
what do
ever
they call that
happens
when you
anymore.
the perfect inning? 9 pitches.
Immaculate
3,
inning.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts. Doesn't
And
happen very often.
No, there's.
Especially in the major leagues.
Right.
I think there's not many of those.
Because
So it's
here's the
almost
thing.
seems like a
You know why it's
perfect-
hard to do that in one inning in major leagues? Because someone's going to foul one off.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
There's going to be one fouled off, one at least out of 9, most likely.
that's why it's really
Yeah,
difficult.
yeah. Where you see it, at different level. But it happens, but I don't think it happens as much as you think. That's crazy. 9 pitches.
You would have to look it up.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's pretty rare.
Bunting a guy
Didn't-
over.
Didn't Freddie?
Sacrifice bunt.
Top flight
Freddie
of shortstop.
Freeman
Because
get
nobody
2000
does that
hits?
anymore.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman did get his 2000th
Can we
hit.
talk
Or
about her?
2000th game.
2000 game.
2000th game.
Do we have the conversation about if we're going to see a 3,000 hit player again?
Yes, and we said no.
Okay.
I don't. Wow, no, not right now. The way baseball's being played, still kind of home run heavy.
I mean, what's Trout at, I guess? You look at Trout and see where he's at, but I think we looked it up and he wasn't even.
It's going to be somebody. It's got to be somebody like
But
Julio Rodriguez.
but Trout
or
started
some
when he
of
was
those
young.
guys.
Trout started when he was 20.
Yeah, but
Right.
I don't think he's a guy that puts up 200 hits a year
Right.
because he doesn't
He's
play that
injured.
many games. He's injured. He puts up a lot of home runs.
What about Dela Cruz from Cincinnati?
He ain't going to be a 3,000 hit guy. You need a guy that's like slaps the ball around, a Wade Boggs or
Rod Carew.
yeah. I mean,
Tony Gwynn.
yeah, those guys are more slap hitters. I mean, we got guys that are like Molitor that got 3,000 hits and hit some home runs, but he was still pretty.
Guys don't swing like that anymore, though.
No,
Yeah.
but you're
All
starting to
walk
see it come
angles.
back now. You're starting like this Louis
Shift being
areas
gone,
and
it's
Right.
just, yeah.
Which Canadian has the most hits in Major League Baseball?
Larry Walker.
Larry Walker.
I don't know.
Is that it?
One other guy. He's a current player.
Got more
He
hits
plays the NL Central.
All right.
His team is tied for first place currently.
Well, it's a red then. Is it Votto?
It is Joey Votto.
Huh.
Yeah,
Just
Votto's
like 3
Canadian.
weeks ago, he
Makes
got
sense.
hit, so he's got more than Larry Walker.
Joey Votto. See how cheesy that was a few weeks ago? I forgot to talk about that. They had a video. He was coming back, and I can't believe he's so like he's like the Jay Cutler of baseball kind of. He's like out there. He's like nuts. He doesn't like talking to people. You see videos on him. He's trying to be. He's funny, but he's real dry about it. When kids ask him, he's just weird. And he did a video, and he's the video. He was coming back because he started the year. Was he hurt or did he just sit out?
I think he sat out most of last year, didn't he? Injured.
Yeah, and then he came back like a month,
Yeah,
3
yeah.
weeks ago.
Yep.
There was a whole video. Him dressed in a red suit and a hat. Looks like the mask, the suit. And it's just him walking down the stairs and stuff to the clubhouse. And it ends with him panning out and him at the top of the stairs, standing there with a bat in his hand. And he's dressed in a fucking suit and hat. I'm like, who the fuck is it? What the fuck is it? He's Joey Votto. He's not like his freaking... I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
One of the best of our... But I was like, holy crap.
Was he better dressed than Grady Dick?
Yeah, I'd wear a Votto was
I had to get the dick in.
Yeah. Sounds like you. Speaking of dicks,
Well,
well,
there
you
was-
see that movie, The Bonus Hole?
What's the golfer today in the senior? Is Dickie something?
Dick Trickle.
Dickie Edwards?
No,
Child
it
star?
was great.
What was that movie? What was that movie with David Spade? Dickie what?
He's a child actor.
Dickie something child star.
Dickie, yeah.
I don't know, whatever his name was. But it was David Spade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Speaking of crazy videos, what about the Man in the Street video with
Oh,
the
with
NHL?
the GM of the
I told you
Blackhawks?
that.
Yeah, we watched.
You
Yeah, someone
said it,
sent
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
And then, like, someone put it on, like, the next day.
But the best thing about the whole thing, he's kind of being like, oh yeah, trying to be like cool. And the last question is about I think the draft is fixed. He's like, no. That's all he said. No. It was. Did you see the video? The GM for the Blackhawks was a man. Some guy got him like man on the street
In Nashville.
in Nashville during the
the
draft.
day of the draft.
And
yeah.
the guy was questioning about draft stuff. Well, name me 10 players or whatever. He named a couple like Gretzky and Lemieux, then he named a bunch of Blackhawks. And then what do you think about this, that? He answered. And then the last question, so do you think the NHL draft lottery is fixed? The Blackhawks number one. And he looked deadpan the camera. He was like being kind of, you could tell he was laughing at his head the whole time. Yeah. But then it got to that point, he was like, no. That's all he said at the end.
He's walking around with his hat on.
Yeah, hat on back. Really, he looked like he was a 20-something. He's got to be in his 30s or something.
Yeah.
Looked like he was 20 years old, just a guy hanging out in Nashville, and he got grabbed. It was pretty funny. It was pretty good.
What was the chance of grabbing that guy?
Was a surprise, right? And they didn't know it was him until after, obviously.
No, they had no idea.
That video's gonna blow up for him, make him a few dollars.
Do we need the lights on out here if people are watching us on TV?
No, they're actually happy right now.
They go on. Let's see. Might have to unplug one of them. Because that one day our net gave us the Tourette's syndrome.
I'm watching Roku TV the other day, and they got a Jeopardy channel, which I love Jeopardy. So I turned it on, and Alex is on there, and they're doing some like Tournament of Champions things. One of the contestants, his name was VJ Ballsy. I almost fell down. I couldn't even concentrate.
VJ Balls.
Yeah, VIJAYBALSE. VJ Balls.
Ballsy.
Not DJ Balls?
No, that's even better though. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Here we go again.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I'm at Jersey Shore.
Yeah, these dumb things, man.
They're 44 now.
Yeah.
The situation.
We're getting that the whole night.
Hey,
something happened. They worked fine. About a month ago, they started doing this.
And he goes into a seizure.
So, what else you got?
I don't know. Have you guys ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so freaking good.
What kind of Pop-Tart?
It's never.
Whatever
It's a
flavor.
goddamn Family Guy episode. when Peter and
I'm waiting for the punchline.
no, Peter and
Stewie?
no,
Brian?
Giggity. What's his name?
Quagmire.
When they start their folk band, and one of their first songs is, "Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so friggin' good." I was waiting for an answer there. I thought you guys would respond.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah,
I've never seen that one,
sucks.
surprisingly. I've seen them all, too. Maybe I just didn't pay attention that time. Tim, you're looking intently at your paper.
I just talking about looking at the Live Tour about like if they're going to be back next year, if they're not going to be back. So the president of the PIF, which is the umbrella organization, said that the Live Tour will be back next year. So no one knows what's going on. I think it's hilarious where it's like
It's a train wreck.
right if it happens.
Yeah.
The one sport you never thought would be compromised is being compromised.
I'm watching senior golf now. I'm not even watching the Live Tour.
Well, you know, the PGA is a beloved institution, which I still think is like one of the best lines I've ever heard.
Willie calls what Willie calls the senior tour? My age tour.
Back when the French owned it. Did you hear about that?
That was great. We're on the train ride home.
So we meet these people on the train. They said they're going to Ravinia, which was a hack for getting on the train for free. So they're drinking wine.
Yeah, so they just drink wine so they can ride the train for free because everybody's like, oh, they're just going to Ravinia.
Right.
They figured this out, yeah.
So we're talking about like
It's $5 a lot.
Yeah, I know, right?
talking about going to Nashville and eating, going to New Orleans, and I'm like, well, I went to Mardi Gras when I was younger. And the guy goes, what? When the French owned it, owned New Orleans.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I said, we're
And they're older than me.
They were older.
I was like,
I would
played.
have been like, hey, they're lying. They're not going to Ravinia.
Yeah. Right.
Funny guy.
I was trying for Ed to get lucky, but you know.
Yeah. I thought I was going to close the deal with this old lady.
Yeah, she was
So when
eager.
I said old lady, she was old.
Was she
Yeah.
handsy?
They were we were up on the upper deck and they were across the aisle.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, just enough distance.
Yeah, I don't know. So I had some good vibes there. I think I was already to second base.
Did you have to talk loud?
Were you,
No.
were you teasing them with your usual
Banter?
yeah?
So she did give us a good recommendation for.
I bet you know what hooked her? His
food.
dice impression.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's like, yo,
you drinking? You're gonna make me a sandwich. Oh, I don't know.
that's better. I like it now.
That's horrible.
And she would have been like, sounds like Sebastian.
I went to
I
school with
told you
Sebastian.
guys.
We just saw him last week at the Genesee.
Yeah, we were on our way to Ravinia with them.
Right.
Oh. No, I did see something funny in that senior tour. I mean, I've talked about it a bunch of times, but Paul Azinger's one of the announcers. He's pretty funny, and they're like, "Oh, well, Stricker is trying to make a comeback, but Langer has put a squad douche on that idea." Squad douche. That's like, how do you spell that?
Squad douche.
Squad douche. I've never heard that term before.
Yeah, me neither.
I thought you were gonna say the guy had like a Depends label on his shirt. Who he's
That would have
sponsored
been
by.
great.
Yeah.
Those guys are, I'm telling you, like Timmy said, those guys are in great shape. They're in way better shape than we are.
Yeah.
I mean, Langer's 65. He'll be 66 here in a couple weeks. I wish you would have asked that one. Remember that for in a couple weeks, whoever gets first shot at that.
Right.
Could be 66. I got it. Got anything else, Willie?
No, just more words that people say spell wrong, but that's about it.
I'm surprised I didn't look up Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Have you seen Ted Lasso?
Nope.
What?
Have you seen Slapshot yet?
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
All right. You
All
gotta
right.
give us a report on it next week.
I will.
That's your.
It's your
It's on
homework.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix for sure.
Yes.
I'll probably get a Netflix, so I'll find something else I want to watch instead. So.
Right.
Wait until that
Have
cheap
you
son
seen
of a
Slapshot?
bitch shows him about the masturbator.
What else did? So I couldn't. I know the premise and the twins.
Triplets.
Played softball against the Twins. Or the
Yeah, we
one
did.
guy.
We played
One
Yeah.
guy. He smoked the
Steve
ball
Carlson,
too.
yeah.
He got the ball long. He had
Lefty.
just a long swing, but it was a softball, so he hit a mile too.
Yeah, he did.
And he could run, too.
Oh yeah, he was quick. He was gangly.
Nice mullet.
So nothing
Yeah.
else? Anything, anybody?
I'm expecting all these Epstein clients to be arrested any day now. No?
Mark, you got anything?
No.
Well, let's do closing thoughts. We'll start with Ed. Closing thoughts, Ed.
Closing thoughts. I'm not even ready for...
I got some good beers for us to try, so we gotta do closing thoughts.
That's it.
Oh, you got some beers?
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
bought a few summer drinks. Summer
Oh, I got to
beers.
get up for early in the morning
Yeah,
for the
what time is
working
it?
thing.
Maybe 9.
Oh, it's only 9.
9:15.
9:15. Got
We go,
all
hey,
night.
we go out and shoot hoops.
Alex,
I played pickleball yesterday. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
I'm sorry.
I want to play pickleball. Is it fun?
Let's play. Let's get a.
I'll do it. All right, let's do it outside though somewhere. You can play on tennis courts, right?
We play right over here at the
Join a pickleball league.
no.
We're not doing enough
right,
stuff.
Hey,
Village
yell
Green.
that,
Oh, they
you know,
live in there?
Right.
get
Jason
No bags
they're
tomorrow,
up
right?
to the back of it.
no bags. No
okay.
bags.
Nice court.
Make
Okay,
sure
I'm
you
sorry.
send out that text so Julia doesn't think I'm picking them up.
Closing thoughts. Sorry.
Oh, we had closing thoughts?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Whatever happened to that bald guy that used to dance in those Six Flags videos? You know, like the commercials? Yeah, that guy. Whatever happened to that guy?
Sitting right here.
Ah! Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance. Give me a Sarah key.
No, you remember that guy, though? He's creepy.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I was thinking about him today. I was like, whatever happened to him?
Where are they now? Willie asking you where are they now for next week.
That's
You got
real.
it.
See when his birthday is.
Find where the Six Flags creepy guy went. Willie?
Speaking of guys you have never seen, remember Joey Bag of Donuts on that Q106 commercial, or what was it? Where he sit there and he dance at
Q101?
Q101, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bigger dude?
Yeah, bigger dude.
Yeah.
Everybody call him Joey Bag of Donuts. Whatever happened to that guy?
That's just almost like when Mancow was on that one with the eagle.
Did you ever go to any of the Twisted Christmas concerts
Yes.
for Q101?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was 2 or 3 in a row that were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were real good, actually. Nice because every song each band played like 6, 7 songs, and then come on, the last band played like 15.
Right.
It was cool. It was usually
And like what kind of bands?
It was,
Here.
yeah, alternative stuff. It was a
Yeah.
lot of time. Like I saw Green Day at one time.
Yeah.
I saw like Violent. Well, Milwaukee always had Hot 102 and 1 had the same thing.
Right.
I saw Violent Femmes there. I saw like Tonic.
Oh yeah, they're
Bands
good.
like that. It was and Green Day was like a band when I saw them then. how old it was. They were like a band that was on like at 4 o'clock on like they were on the main stage, but at 4 o'clock they just had their drum and 2 guitars.
They only got
and
to play 4 songs.
Yeah, they had like 8 songs, 6 songs.
Right.
They flew through them.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I remember.
Kurt
that.
Plunk was probably out at that time, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. No, I think it was. Yeah,
really.
but I think it was. It was during the what was their second? Well, the one with She and
Right.
What's the album called? It's got the drawing on the front. It's like it looks like someone drew a cartoon on the front.
Right.
It's got a rocket blowing up on front.
Dookie.
Dookie. Yeah. It was probably that album.
I have that on vinyl.
But yeah, I went to a few. We went to. They were fun.
Oh, that was the name of the album. I was just saying. I just
No.
had a Dookie.
They were fun. I mean, they were cool just for
Sorry,
a day to
guys.
go and have a good time. They were cheap too. Like the whole day of shows was like it was on 2 stages. It was on the Harley stage and inside the Marcus. And it was like $50 for the whole day.
Right.
It was
Is anybody
crazy.
going to
We did,
Summerfest?
we did the
Going?
102-1.
That was the one I did.
So,
The one
like,
That's where I met.
Thursday
That's where I met
with,
Gwen Stefani.
Molly
Oh, he met
I
Gwen
was
Stefani.
doing backstage.
Oh yeah, that's that story.
Backstage.
Hey, this is a great story. You were
Move
security,
closer
right?
so you can
Security.
hear.
So I'm doing backstage. I'm up on a catwalk and behind the stage
We're at well.
at Marcus Amphitheater.
Okay.
Listen, this guy's smooth.
So Bob Lorenzo's on the one end, and I'm on the opposite on the catwalk, and I was there to protect the catwalk, I guess. So way down the other end, I see Bob talking to a little entourage and a female and some other guys, and I can't, so far away, I can't see who they are. They start walking towards me, and Bob jumps up, and he's pointing, he's jumping up and down, and I'm like, what's he so excited about? When she gets closer, and I realize it's the whole band of No Doubt, and it's Gwen Stefani at the time who I thought was spoken, what she was back then.
Yeah, she still is.
No makeup on, by far one of the most beautiful girls you've ever seen, with like just natural. I'm like, oh my god! And she comes up to me and talks just like she talks. Excuse me, you know where the No Doubt dressing room is? And all I got was nothing. I go, I think it's that way. Dummy should have said, let me help
my
you,
truck.
and let's go walk this way. And I, not even having a clue, but at least talk to her for a few minutes and just pretend I knew something. Nothing. Drop the chance. Not saying nothing to happen, obviously. Nothing. I had nothing for
And the
it.
next guy on the row, you hear in a nice sweet voice go, yeah, I think the guy behind is having a stroke.
And I said, I did the Bob Lorenzo after Chris Bryant. Stupid.
Did you have a full head of hair then?
Yeah, I had hair. I had flowing locks back then.
Flowing locks.
He was like Fabio. He was like,
I was thin. I gave him one of these, and it was nah.
So in nowadays, it's like he's having a nice evening with his wife, takes her out to dinner, goes home, and she's like, "Well, what's wrong, Mark?" And he's like, "Just put on some No Doubt." I'm just a girl.
it goes on. It's like,
Why are you watching The Voice so much?
That's awesome. Great story.
Tim, closing thoughts.
We went to the Cubs game on Friday. It was the first time I've been there since they've redone everything, put the new video screens. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the first time you've been there since we went to that Detroit game?
Yeah.
How'd you like it? Then I didn't guess you're gonna
Loved
say
it.
that now.
Yeah, I thought it was really well done. The only thing that to me is out of
You had a
place.
better date too.
Then.
Thanks for the fucking reminder, Dick. Such a fucking bonus hole.
I think this is gonna stick. The bonus hole.
The scoreboard looks out of place. Like I know it's tradition, but like you got these huge video screens on both sides and all that branding and all that stuff in this rickety ass old scoreboard.
So you think it would be wrong to replace that with a huge scoreboard, digital, and just make the whole same thing on the front of the scoreboard?
Yeah.
So like looks the same as the actual scoreboard, but it's digital.
No, you got to keep the people in it. It's part of the Wrigley Field thing.
Could be Jace's job one day. You never know.
He's been in there before.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, it just looks out of place. I mean, they did all this stuff. I mean, Wrigley was not the greatest stadium back in the 70s and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Update the times. Like, I don't know. Either repaint it, redo it. It just looks old.
One
and
big
dated.
scoreboard all the way
No.
around.
No, just replace it. Replace it and put a modern
That
version.
would be sweet.
It looked like, and it could be how much digital you could do on it, how cool it looked.
Yeah,
like
you
at
could
National
put the
Mall.
buildings in the back and actually put like celebrities out there and look like they're out there, on
Right.
on the screens.
Or the Rockford Peaches again.
Oh,
that
they
was sweet. That was
That
cool.
was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah, it was great.
There was like 8 girls dressed up as the Rockford Peach in League of Their Own sitting in the
Oh,
bleachers.
right.
They showed them. They looked pretty good too. They were
Teachers in the bleachers. That was pretty
Teacher
cool.
bleachers, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a fun time. But yeah, like I said, it just
Well, we didn't mention we were with Ryan and Chad as well.
That's Ryan and Chad with us.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what ruined the day. But yeah,
Food was good. We had that chicken bot sandwich, right?
Oh yeah, it was pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it was fresh cooked to be better,
Right.
but the idea was awesome. Yeah.
And that the Old Crow was fucking
Yeah,
great.
barbecue brisket sandwich.
Yeah.
At the Old Crow, the bar right on Clark.
Yeah.
We've been in there a few times. We
Yeah.
had great. We just drank. Yeah.
Yeah, next
Glenn
time we
got
go-
3 brisket sandwiches.
Yeah.
I tried a piece. He had a whole. Oh, it was legit.
Yeah,
It was legit.
it was good.
Almost like to the point they were burnt ends more than brisket, but they were
Right.
good anyway.
Yeah.
It was tasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had some coleslaw on top. Coleslaw tasted. I want to say
Little flavor.
the coleslaw you would have probably liked. I don't know. You guys are horseradish guys. I'm not. Had a little horseradish
It
taste to
did.
it. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
horseradish
Nice
dressing,
kick.
but not like strong. So I was
Right.
fine with the taste. But you probably did. That's a good idea for that little horseradish kick.
We'd
instead
like
of
it more than
coleslaw.
you do.
Yeah. It was, but it wasn't bad. I would
Yeah.
eat it. I wouldn't throw it
Yeah,
away.
definitely go back. The next game I'm going to, I'm definitely eating it.
Yeah, let's eat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, we'll do another one. Yeah, so.
Oh, and Glenn was with us. Did we mention
Oh, Glenn was here. Yeah, Glenn was
Yeah,
here.
Glenn was there too. Yeah, Glenn was a riot. He was. All you guys had fun time. So
Nice.
yeah.
That's what we planned. We said that before we left. Let's make this a day for Timmy.
It was his make a wish. We had to do it for him.
I haven't told my family yet.
Yeah.
Okay, Dylan. Anyway,
Bonus hole.
Mark, anything? Any
No,
closing
no.
thoughts?
Gwen.
He just told the whole story.
Gwen.
Now he's got a boner.
So good night tonight. I talked about NBA free agency. Good band of Ligley we had earlier. Also, I don't know. Willie's stupid birthday segment. I never do it anymore.
Oh, I'm
Getting too old to
killing
think of
it in
dates.
I'm glad I look him up right before.
We had Ed's impression hour. That was pretty nice.
Wasn't
No
bad.
trivia tonight. We had no.
Yeah, no questions really.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
uh,
question.
Yeah, we had
Right.
no
Joey Votto.
Oh, the Joy
Right.
Votto question. Yeah, that was a good
The
question.
perfect
I-
games.
I still have a whole Jeopardy thing. I've got like 30 questions.
Jeopardy next week then.
Yeah, let's do that next week.
Jeopardy next week. Got to do Jeopardy.
I've got a stack of them.
Okay, Jeopardy. Yep.
Cool.
Sweet.
Everyone brings 10 Jeopardy questions.
I do.
He has them all.
I've got them.
He asked them. We answer them. I have theme music for it. You're
Yeah.
gonna love it.
Sweet.
You're gonna love it.
We won't hear it though. I'll hear it.
No, we could go back. We might have to go inside next
Post
week.
post edit.
Yeah, I might have to. No, you gotta hear it though, so we'll see. Basement being renovated right now, so we'll see.
Come on, just pulling it
Our
up again.
studio.
Studio.
Our studio.
I'll just hold it on until the new studio gets done.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
We'll keep it for the winter. For winter. You can add stuff to it. You can.
Oh, I've been adding stuff to
you
it
can
for months.
tweak it.
Tweak it.
Tweak it. So, is that it? Time we're all done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
We're done.
Okay. Hey, Mark. You can stick around and have some beers with us, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna have a couple beers here. Thanks a lot for checking us out this week. We'll be back, I think, next week. I think we should be able to.
Yeah.
I don't see anything getting our way next week. Sunday, if it works out, we'll see, but it should. What is next week's date? 9th?
Yep.
Yeah.
We can talk
Shout
about
out
the
to
4th of July.
Shoddy getting married this week.
Is he?
Really?
He's getting married Thursday. Yes,
Nice.
he is.
Congrats.
Shoddy's getting
Do we
married
know the
Thursday.
girl?
Married?
He's fine. Yeah, no. Not yet.
That
It's Jenny.
She's from the Ukraine.
Some of Ukraine. Page 7. Pictures 12.
his girlfriend's gonna be pissed.
She's the one with the little mustache.
Oh, he likes the mustache. There's a whole long story about that.
He likes the rides. Anyway, we are the Basement Brunch Words podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.